Pretty amazing. Oh no, Shiro. Oh no. All right, let me send the Zoom link out. All right, perfect. Awesome. All right, Zoom link is out for those waiting for that link. And let me just share my screen here as well. Boom. All right, perfect. We are ready to go. Yeah, we're good. We're good. What up, Ewan? Ewan's in the building. What's up? What's up? All right, everyone. Let's get started here. It is Monday, gang. It is September 11th. A little bit of a dreary day here in the U.S. in the United States, but we are here. We are back. It is a new week, and we're ready to go, man. It's gonna be another day, another week, another opportunities for us to be disciplined, to be professional, to stick to the playbook, and to do what we know works best, right? We do what we know works best. So that's going to be the week here to moving forward. It is Monday. We do have a brand new set of fundamentals to look out for. It's a big week, gang. Big week. We got a lot of red folders coming in, and there should be some movement. Some really nice movement. Lots of volume here today. We also do have, yes, today is the MFF court hearing as well, but we're not really too focused on that. Everything I have with MFF, I considered it gone, and I've moved on. But this is going to be good, right? It's going to be good. It's going to set the tone for a lot of other funding companies and make sure everyone's got their I's dotted and their T's crossed here, right? So it's going to be good for us in the long run. So let's take a look at what we got going on here in terms of the fundamentals here this week. Today is Monday the 11th here, and there isn't much standing in our way here in the headlines today, right? Nothing here for the US dollar, just some euro, some GBP stuff, and that already happened. And now we've got some pound stuff here at 7 p.m. later on tonight. So nothing here going on in terms of news. Should be pretty clean day. Tuesday though, we come on in. Now we also start seeing some yellow folders here for the US, but again, nothing major. The real action's gonna go down here on Wednesday, right, which is September 13th. And we're gonna have core CPI. We're gonna have CPI for the monthly, for the yearly. That's gonna be a big event here. So you should see the CPI print come out on Wednesday. We'll have Sam come in and talk a little bit more about that later on this morning. But we do have CPI coming in here on Wednesday.
Love it.
And then Thursday, obviously, we have unemployment claims, we have retail sales, and then there's PPI here. So that's pretty much it. Friday comes along, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, but that's it at 8:30. Oh, and
there we go. Spiteful, good morning.
So yeah, so Monday and Tuesday are pretty clear.
Or good evening.
But,
for me personally, Elham.
Wednesday, that's
amazing.
That's when the red folders start flooding in. Hey, hello guys, I'm on my today. Oh, nice. Got a new PC. Sweet. Okay, cool. So that's it, man. That's what we got going on this week. Very big week, right? CPI is going to come out, and we're going to hear a lot about that a little bit later. But
all right,
today,
beautiful fam. Welcome back to today's session. Hope you guys are ready for it. I'm for sure ready. More than ready. Looking forward to go over the weekly analysis here. Couple of setups I'm looking at. For the rest, I want to do some big shout outs today. I think it's time to do some big shout outs today, and we'll tell you exactly why that is in a second here.
Y'all ready?
But number one,
I'm not even gonna look at the likes, to be honest. I'm just gonna get going here.
At some point, and that's very important. We have a couple of losses in a row. Nothing changes. Nothing will ever change in this matter here. We have done by far enough testing, enough like real-time trades in order to know what we're doing here. However, when you occur a couple losses, what I personally like to do is I tend to zoom out, remove a lot of noise, and just start from scratch, like re-evaluate the macro, and then slowly start moving back to the micros and start seeing from there here. So yeah, before we continue, I quickly want to actually go and give really some big shout outs here too. Let's see where I should start here. Vicky,
one thing that we can see on the
Ardid,
time frame. Well, one thing we can see here is
Jay,
that, you know, we
man,
have had the previous
some of them
closed bearish here, right?
did extremely well during the limitless 33 here. So we have Jay, for example.
Right?
He started at 63.5 kg, he's now at 70 kg. You know, every single day doing push-ups, workouts. He worked, you know, a lot on his diet, personal development, and his skill sets. So the limitless 33 is now paying off. Sharon, 33 already, you did it. Congratulations. I cannot see your name, I don't know why. Let me see if this is the reason. First aid, yes, there we go. Congratulations, very, absolutely amazing. You know, thank you for sharing your 33 days continuously, you know, moving along with the limitless 33 here. Wow, I'm extremely proud. And many of you guys here following exactly that. There Ardid, legend, looking amazing. Congratulations, you deserve some fries, bro. I will, you know, you deserve some fries. It's all good. It's all good. Vicky, also big shout out to Vicky here. Chrono, the Roshnek, down nearly 5 pounds since day one. This is huge, so absolutely amazing. I've seen you posting every single day, almost every single day, so you did incredible. Very proud of you. The Roshnek Skinny D, also incredible. Diet, working out, doing everything that you need to do here. We have Vicky. Okay, Vicky, big shout out to Vicky. This is when she started. This is her 33 days later. Okay. Feeling great.
That's what we'll be looking at, but
and Snowfall.
We are bearish.
You just started out perfect, brother. Amazing.
And we are
Sharon, look at Sharon. Look at that.
You know, this month. So that doesn't have much to do with what we got.
This is what we're here for, man. This is why we're here. This is what we're doing. This is what we are building. All right, we're building an actual community. Yes, trading absolutely is our main priority, but it's also our tool to connect, and that's why you see right now the Limitless 33. You know, people are working on themselves, and it's literally all them. All right, they did it themselves here. We have just, you know, developed the platform for it. So I'm very happy to see that people actually take this very serious. And you know, we're constantly building and working on themselves the last month. So this is our mission. Our goal is to inspire a lot of individuals, and I'm very happy and proud to see this actually happening to you guys. Okay, continuously we gave a signal out in the POC signals for gold short. Very important. But let's kick it off here first. Let's do a couple more shoutouts in the chat here. We see what we have here. I think we have a lot of new guys as well. Ryan, yes, amazing, my man. Great to see you. Subut, CZ, Rafal, Abdul, Hamza. All right, beautiful. Okay, so quickly, I created, and this is important. Let me remove the music for a second. I created a video yesterday. Let's take a look at the daily. This is like for me a really good reset video. This is how I always do it. And what I tend to do is I start at the macro and I go to the micro here. So I have this video posted yesterday. I posted this one in the mentor charts. It's free for everyone to see. It's a 16-minute video where I talk about gold. All right. So I want you to watch it if you can, if you have the time for it. It shows the exact higher time frame to lower time frame structures from macro to micro. But you know, I'm gonna skip the first like 11 minutes and I'm gonna go straight to the micro here, and then we're gonna go into the gold chart to talk about gold and what currently is happening here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'm looking for shorts. We're in a short actually at the moment here from the POC signals right now. It will all make sense in a second here. So let's quickly dive in to this part, and then we continue with the gold chart and the reflection and the expectation for the rest of the week. Okay, hope that makes sense. Let's kick it off with scenarios and situations that could potentially play out, and you know that gold is always reacting quite heavily towards that. As well here. At the same time, if you then zoom in a little bit and we come back to where we were sold out here, you know, what we have now is still that leftover liquidity that has been not
again,
taken
the
out.
daily did break the
So
lows,
we have been building a lot of it.
Let's go down
Do
to
I
the
think we're going to come down directly? I mean,
what
it definitely could happen. So now we have to look at the
right?
internal
One thing
structure.
we see here is that the 4
And what we're currently seeing is that we took out the highs and we then created a immediate low here.
Price
Doesn't mean I'm extremely bearish. Well, it's definitely looking bearish for now. But if you look internally, what tends to happen a lot here is that you start building some of that buy side here right now. You create a little construction where you actually break out. You retest, of course, this high that created that low, you get rejected, you create weakness on that high here, or you maybe even take it out. Again, looking for the manipulation, you take it out, and you start looking weaker, and then from there on, you start really breaking down, and that's the moment where you start coming down quite aggressively towards the downside here. So I would love to see, price actually, coming up here during the beginning of the week, the Monday, the Tuesday, to then see that rejection, or even that manipulation where we take it out here. To then potentially, calm down and start taking out all the liquidity to then, potentially move further towards, lower levels here, back towards that, that range right here, retesting these lows here. In regards to these lower levels we were talking about here, that has to do with the macro, but that's not important for now. My suggestion is to go into the gold chart. Very importantly, let's get the music back up and let's see what happened. Okay, we did exactly what we wanted to see here. Opening bullish, taken out here, and eventually indeed did manipulate the high here. So we did manipulate the high and we reversed. Okay, so we came back down, we got rejected here at this candle. We had a nice solid retest and we start pushing further back to the downsides right now. The Sunday open is extremely important. The Sunday open is at 1919. This is where we open gold, and this is where we immediately shoot up. Why do I think that is so important? Well, what tends to happen is that on a Monday, Tuesday, you will come down at some point to retest the Sunday open. I've seen it many times last month during the week, especially on a Monday already, where you retest it and you then continue to the upside, or you just come down, you retest it, come down here. You usually see it bouncing to the upside here as well a lot. So yeah, we have to see from there. So overall, this is playing out so far. So that's perfect. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to make sure that everything will be shared in our Discord right now in regards to the mental charts. I'm going to upload once. Every Sunday right now. I want to get back into these analysis here, not particularly for all the pairs, but sometimes, the main pairs that we trade on stream. So for that particular reason, hope that makes sense. We were looking at gold this way here. Also coming back to yesterday or Friday, the loss that we gathered on a Friday, because we had a loss on a Friday. What you could see here eventually still, and this is important to mention, is that we indeed flipped the candle bearish. So that was our initial analysis here. The fact that we wanted to see it coming down to take out the Asian low here. So instead of coming down directly and getting rejected within this range here, okay, we took out this whole range, manipulated it, and then start reversing here. So very unfortunate. Could have done a couple things better. Could have done placed my stop loss a little bit higher, for example. But in the end, it is what it is. I just have to accept it here. What is good to see though is that we eventually, we came down to flip that candle and to take out the Asian lows eventually. So yeah, it's always, it's sometimes the timing is a little bit, important as well. Timing is super important when trading, as you guys know. However, the analysis was pretty accurate there. So again, same thing. For today, you see now that we take out the highs here, and that we're now starting to push back down. So I'm very curious to see what will happen with gold when the volume comes into the market here, because at the moment there is not that much volume happening right here. Now let's take this to the dollar, and let's see what the dollar is showing us right now at the moment. So the dollar opened bearish. Okay, we opened bearish. So yeah, very important. If you simply look at the weekly here, we came down here, but on the weekly, we do not have a top wick for the dollar here. Okay, there is no top wick for the dollar, so that's an important one to mention. We literally came down right as the market opened up, like on the spot, without any remorse here. On the daily, you see the same candle structure, no top wick right there. Okay, so that's an important one to mention. Now back to the daily, I'm still looking, and this is still that same level here, which is right at this area of supply right now. Right at this area of supply, you see that this is where I want the dollar actually seeing going to. Why? Because that would give us then a nice top wick. If we do come up here during the week here, it would partially fill up that wick that we have created. We would tap into that zone potentially, and if we break it, fantastic. If we don't break it, you know, we might be able to break, come down, and for them, particular moment in the short term at least, you know, create some sort of retracement back towards, you know, the 103 or 102.5, from there potentially to move forward and come up again. So in this case, what I want to see is that the dollar actually comes up a little bit more. At the same time, what did we do? We actually bounced off from this area of support. Okay, so initial resistance from this high that turned now into support here. So we are seeing some support for the dollar right at that level here. This particular high, we're now bouncing off from this zone right there. So yeah, this could be a moment of return and where we flip it. If that's then the case, then the gold will potentially move along with it and come back to the Sunday open. So for that particular reason, we can use that potentially as an extra confluence when looking at gold. So yeah, that's the dollar right now. Let's take this one to the 15-minute. And another confluence that I've seen here, which is important for the dollar. So let's see what's happening with the chart.
No bueno zone here for me today. No trade range here. And most likely
I don't know what's happening with the chart here.
Trade range as well, right? If we
Let's see what we have.
Fake outs, then I may be looking.
Let's see if it's every chart here.
Take a position,
no.
Right? If we get
okay.
Fake outs,
let's go to the dollar.
Take a position around here.
15-minute. Look at what we have here on the 15-minute here. We have seen right now that we are, you know, have an opening gap on the 15-minute right here. Okay, so the Sunday open is at 105.05. We have this opening gap right there. At this particular moment, we had some support or some resistance right now that we actually broke. Okay, so we're pushing up right here. I think that's an important one to mention right now. We are pushing up, we're breaking out, and we are actually close this hourly candle. You know, this new hourly candle is actually pushing us up here. This 2-hourly candle closed also bullish. We're now trying to push up further. And I think that that opening gap there is still potentially a target for the dollar to go to. Yeah, from there we will see what will happen with the dollar if that's the case. If we decide to turn around, anything can happen. Yeah, then what do we need to look out for? We need to come underneath this resistance again, which is now support again, right? So we had that resistance here, or support here, resistance here. If we come and fall below and we fail to break above it, yeah, then we're just looking for, you know, a takeout here, and that would change potentially our bias for gold in the short term.
Alright, cool. So that's
as well right there. Okay. So in this case, I'm very curious to see what will happen. I do think that if we come down here, that we will have some support. Again, and what I want to see more volume coming into the market right now, especially for gold here. And then yeah, there are a couple of other pairs that I'm also interested in to look at as well. I hope that makes.
All right, let's take a look at GJ here. Based
for
off of
that
the
final
weekly time frame. Let's go ahead and look at the monthly as well while we're here. So monthly is pretty bullish, obviously. Looks like we are moving. We've created that bottom wick. Now we're kind of moving back up.
Right now.
So we don't know, right? We don't know if this candle wants to close bearish here to move down next month, or what the case is.
And for the particular reason, I do see some potential. Now there is one more pair I'm looking at.
Left on this monthly candle.
Usually, we usually don't trade this one.
For all we know right now, we are bullish. We could be creating a top wick, reflip bullish, break the highs, and continue up. But let's see, right? We still have 18 days, like you said. The month is very, very new. Now let's take a look at the weekly time frame, because the weekly, if you guys notice, we've got some rejections. If you come back to this high, we got a lot of rejection here on the weekly time frame. But we also have a lot of rejections to the downside as well. So price is very undecisive right now, right? It doesn't really know which way it wants to go. One thing we do know is that we do have a resistance right here, and price was trying to break back above it, or close back above it, but just failed to do it, right? And then there's also a level right here. So right now we're playing right in between these levels, and price action doesn't really know which way to go, right? So below that, there's very, very clean traffic to the left-hand side. that we can take
which is now
advantage of.
also
Now this
giving us some
weekly
more
candle doesn't have
information.
a
So we have
top
this
wick just
particular
yet.
zone,
I am
and the
expecting
political
to
tool is
see a
right there,
top wick, right? We just
as well.
burst it
So
down
it
right
aligns
away.
very well with that level.
I am expecting to see a
Potentially
top wick,
pushing
and then
us
if we
up,
can
showing internal
continue
weakness.
down,
And if
that
that
would
happens, we
be
take a short.
fantastic here this
And
week.
also
So
we target again
let's take a look
a beautiful
at the
gap
daily.
below.
So daily
in
did close
combination, of
bear,
course, with
bullish on
the
Friday,
Sunday
creating a
open
support. So
right
you had
there
a
for the
support
euro
level
against
right
US dollar
here.
here.
Below that is
Okay.
very, very clean
So,
candles, right?
I'm very
Clean traffic
patient
to the left.
as well.
This candle
for
did
gold.
come down right
Yeah,
out
let's
the
see
gate.
where we can look for
Break the
entries
lows,
right here.
and now it's pumping back up. Let's take
And
a look
the
at
euro
4 hour.
looking
So
up for that
4 hour now,
continuation back
again,
up
we
here.
may want to make this
You know,
daily
one more
high,
push down.
right?
If you see
So
rejection
what I would
and we
look
break
for here
internal
today,
structure,
based
take a
off
short,
of the daily
and
time
hopefully
frame and us
it will help
breaking
us
the lows,
tremendously right
and
there.
not only doing that,
for
but
the euro
just kind
against
of
US dollar.
pushing down.
Now
right?
coming
You see
back
how
to
the
the
momentum
news,
is all
almost
down.
done.
So
Coming
we
back
did
to the
close
news
at
right here.
support. You
We
do
have not much happening
a
today
bullish
and tomorrow,
closure, but we've
but we
broken
do
the
have
lows here.
some
Right,
serious
so I think
news
what I'll
coming on
do is I
Wednesday.
will
Of
wait
course,
for
we have
potential
the
fake
CPI
outs
coming out.
above
Okay.
this level here,
CPI
because a lot of times
is
what we'll
incredible.
see is the daily candle
very
come up,
volatile, of course.
make a top
We
wick,
are
or any
curious to see what
candle
will
for
happen.
that matter, right? 1 hour,
Something
30
is
minute,
not good here,
you'll see that
and that
candle
is the
come up,
forecast. All right.
create a top wick,
Just looking at the
and
year
then
over
come
year,
back
we can
down,
talk about
right?
the
So
core,
we don't
but
want to
look
be
at the
faked
CPI
out
year over year.
when price
expectation
or
will
if price
be
comes up just to give us the top wick,
3.6%.
right, to move back down.
That
so
is
we're going to look for potential fake
0.4%
outs right
higher
above this 4 hour
than
level
the
here.
previous
And
month.
that will create
of July.
ourselves a top
So
wick,
in
right?
that manner,
Looking at the
they
4 hour
expect a
as
higher
well, there's also
inflation,
another resistance up
whereas
top.
they
We'll
want
see
to,
what
of
that
course,
looks
bring
like on
inflation
the
down.
1 hour
So
time
therefore,
frame. So
we see
yeah, I think
that you literally just
I
wait
think what we can
for
do
the
is
reaction and see
I
where
would take my
price will take us
buys
right now.
probably.
But based upon his data, it doesn't look that good.
Man, it's a bit choppy
Why?
here.
Because they want to take
choppy.
the inflation down to 2%,
buys
right?
don't look
They're always talking about
Tell you
inflation
that,
down
man.
to 2%.
Buys don't look the
2%,
greatest.
2%.
I
That's
think
not
I'll
happening,
wait. I think I'm
and
gonna
it's getting
wait for
very
my
complicated
buys
and difficult here. So it almost
probably
seems
above like
that they want to set a
700 here
target.
today.
And I'm not here trying
Right?
to be
If
the
the 4 hour
conspiracy
can
theorist,
actually come up,
but it
create
almost
this
seems
top
they want
wick
to set a
and
target here
burst
around
through
2%,
here,
which they
moving
know
bullish on the daily,
is very,
and
very
break the
hard to
highs.
achieve.
Let's see what the
Very
daily
hard
high
to
is
achieve
here.
here. So they're now playing it towards the 2%,
Yeah,
but
it's
now
just
we're
too
almost
choppy,
there,
just too choppy
and now
here.
it's almost impossible
So,
to get there.
Yeah, so
So
I'll probably look to
what do
take
they
my
need to
buys
do?
here based off the 4
probably
hour
guessed
time
it.
frame,
They
right? If you
probably
get the
need
4 hour
to
candle to
increase
close,
The
I'll
interest
take my
rates
buys above
again.
84.
Okay,
I'm not
if
going
that's
to take
the
my
case,
buys above
what is going to happen?
whatever
Well,
this is here,
the dollar
84,
might
200,
be getting stronger,
because this is where
right?
that 4
might
hour
be not
fake
good for
out
the
can go
stock
down.
market. That
Right,
might
so
be
you get the
not
candle
good
to
for
move
gold.
up,
All
close
these
above,
things come together
and then
there.
the next candle
So I do think it's very
closes
important
bearish,
to
right?
really evaluate the
Something
data
like
that comes
this.
out this week.
And all that does is
because
that
this
gives
is
the
gonna
daily candle a top
massively
wick,
impact
and then
potentially the
daily
outcome of
candle
the
can
dollar
start moving back
for the
down
next
again,
couple of
right,
weeks,
after
if not
breaking those
months,
lows.
ahead of us here.
So I'm a
especially
little
for the
iffy
next
here on
month.
buys.
September, October.
From
So
anywhere
keep a
between
very close
here
eye on
and
this.
here,
We're going to
right?
be
I'd
here
rather
streaming, of course.
probably
We're
take
going
my
to see
buys above 84
what will
here
happen from
today.
there.
We'll
But
keep an
I'm
eye
very
on it.
curious
We'll
to see
monitor it as
how
we
this
go.
will turn out,
But
because
as of right now, 30-minute
higher
time frame,
expectation
if you can
is
get
usually
a
not a good sign.
closure
It usually
back
indicates that
below
they need
this
to increase
range,
these interest
then I
rates
think
again,
price
which is
action
good
is
for the
pretty
dollar,
clean
not good for the
to
overall
continue
market.
moving down.
Okay?
So we'll
That's
keep
the
an eye on
CPI.
GJ.
Then on a
little bit
Thursday
of
we
a
have the
tough
ECB
price
interest
action
rate
here today.
decision.
A lot of
The initial
consolidation
jobless
on
claims,
this Monday after
the retail sales,
big
the core
move.
retail sales, the PPI
Now
for the
we're
dollar.
climbing back up to retrace
So
that
euro
move.
news,
So
dollar news.
let's see. Let's
Thursday
pay
is gonna be a
attention
big
and see
day,
what happens
right?
in
So
this range right
Wednesday,
here,
Thursday,
and
massive
then we'll
day
kind of go from there.
ahead of us here right now.
We may look for a fake
Okay.
out here.
I think
So
this is
potential fake outs for price to
pretty crazy.
potentially
Pretty crazy
wick
if you
up,
ask me right now.
and then move back down.
But also,
So we'll see what
very,
happens
very,
on
very,
pound
very.
yen. But
very
that's going to
important
be what I'm looking
to look
for
at.
here now.
So, yeah,
Fake
guys.
outs for
Okay.
sells.
Hope you guys liked
Okay.
the initial analysis for
Yeah,
today.
give
general,
GJ a
potentially
little
the
bit of
outcome
time
here,
here today to
everything
create
that we
some
can
better
expect
market
this week.
structure for us.
And again, if
And
you want to
then,
watch the whole
we'll
video,
revisit
watch
pound
it.
yen
It's
here.
60 minutes of your time, and it goes
Cool.
over the full macro picture of gold, where I personally believe that we could still potentially come down as well, rather than up from here. But yeah, of course, I always give a couple of different scenarios, and not just a prediction, but also what if this happens?
Yep, I did.
You know, what if that happens, and so on and so on.
Wonderful.
But it should make sense when you put everything together.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're creeping on our way to 20K subs here. If you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're going to probably be picking 2 new mods here, right? We need some new mods, so we're going to be picking 2 new mods. I think we're going to pick a female mod, right? We're on the hunt and looking for a really, really good female
explain the
mod,
short book map. How do you
who
look
can,
at it?
Who can get the
So the
job
book
done
map,
here for the time to eat community.
it's
But
the
at
only thing that I'm
20K, we
personally
do
looking
need some
at
new mods
usually
right now,
is
so we
the
will
order
be
flow. Okay, the
picking up
actual
2
order
new mods
flow.
here at
And
20K.
what are the
so
orders
forward to
telling
that.
us right now? Are the orders
That's not
increasing?
that far away,
Or are they decreasing?
That's not
Sell
that
limit
far
orders
away.
increasing and decreasing. What's the delta like?
But we
What
need
is
some
the
female mods,
depth
right? I
of
think we're
market
all
like? You know, all of these
all of
things
our
together.
mods are.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to
mods,
actually create
right?
a
So we're
video
gonna need
about
some-
it to
some
go a little bit
females
deeper
to put in
into
there.
you know a couple of
And,
particular setups that you can look at and integrate and
wife.
so on and so on when using the book map.
Shiro, how'd you meet your
requires
wife?
more,
Well,
more time.
we were both mods
Okay.
on the Time to Eat channel. Man,
So,
that'd be a
full
great
analysis
story.
done.
I'd fly out and marry y'all.
Like I said, whenever we're in a losing streak, we evaluate, we reset ourselves,
Lady mods, come.
and we don't change up our strategy magically thinking, oh, our strategy does not work. No, our strategy does work.
We're going
but
to the
it is
wedding.
always
Yeah,
good
yeah.
to reset.
We're going to the wedding. I'm
reevaluate,
gonna marry y'all.
Go back to the higher time frame, and start fresh and start clean. And that always gives me a lot of clarity. Helps me tremendously with making decisions. And as so far, you know, you've seen price coming
Wedding
up and
dinner on
coming
me.
down. So let's see if we continue down here,
Yeah, we
or
can
if we
make it
just shoot up along the way here. Also, let me know in the chat what you guys have done your own
Unique
analysis,
is,
of course.
Unique's a big name. Yeah,
Let me know what you guys
Unique,
think
we
here.
appreciate
The only
you being
scenario
here.
here, which I'm
You've been here
going
for
to
a
be
while now.
interested in,
You've been
is
here
the
for a
following.
while. Definitely,
So, of course, we
definitely
talked about this
appreciate
here
you
in
for
our
sure.
analysis.
Unique seems to be
The breakout, open bullish,
chant
you know,
from the
manipulated
crowd.
the highs eventually. After the manipulation, we started to come down. You see right now that
Take
we're
care,
looking
your
up
wife is
particularly
watching.
strong at this particular moment.
No, my wife
However,
is sleeping.
we
right
do have some internal structures
I
that I
got
would
you.
like to
Yo,
talk
yo,
about.
yo.
She comes on later.
And that is the
sometime.
following levels. So of
It's
course we have
time.
this
What's
zone
up,
here,
Husky?
right? It
Do I have
just
a
nice,
private Discord
nice
channel?
Odd
expansion
Wave,
here.
what's up,
Well, we had a
fam?
little bit
Welcome back.
of a base
No, yeah,
formed,
we got a
you know,
free
around
Discord.
the
Yeah, you guys could join our free Discord channel.
1924. You know,
Link
the
should be in the,
1923,
in the
1924 here.
But we
So,
have a free Discord
for that particular
channel.
reason-
You
What's
guys
going
can
on
come
with
on in.
that?
We got
Yeah, I want to see
a
what
lot of
happens
great
if we come
rooms
down
here,
and
a
we
lot of
tap
great
into that zone.
conversations.
How do we react
We got
into that
first
zone?
of all the war room, which
Very
we're back
important
tonight
to see
on the
what
war
we can
room. So
do
if you guys
from
are
that particular,
into
level
studying
here.
the Word of God, then
Or
come
are
on
we
hang
not
out with
really
us here
strong
tonight.
enough?
Everyone's
Are we just
more than
continuing to
welcome.
break down
We're going
back
to talk
some
about a
back to
random
lows here?
disciple here
Why?
tonight and his
Because,
story and a
You
little
know,
bit
from a
about how that
logical
impacted.
standpoint here, we
Alright, y'all, so
us
we
do
did
today,
GJ,
right?
we
So,
did go
War
War
over,
Room
just
Room
kind of
is
chilling.
a great
even
channel to
though
plug into.
I
Then you also
still
have the
believe that
Traders
this
You
Chat.
do
has
have to do
nothing
NAS and
taken
US
out.
30.
Just a hangout,
Right,
right?
the
A
lows
Traders
here
Do
hangout.
that. Let's
are
hop into
not,
the
London
Discord.
session
you know, all
sells,
taken
and
out.
thoughts on
So
this
there is
move.
still a lot
Anyone's
of
welcome to
sell
come on
side
the mic. If you want to come on the mic.
still below,
Sell stop,
which is kind of good to see as well here. Right, I can go over the full macro, but I'm not really
Doesn't look
interested
like
in
there
doing
was
that right
a
now.
bottom wick.
But if you go to the daily chart, what is
I could
important
be wrong.
Hey,
information
good
look
morning,
like-
Husk.
is that we have created a lower low, right? We got
Yeah,
rejected
no bottom
at
wick on the
value
previous
area
candle,
low
so I
of
would
the
have
particular
stayed
initial
away.
range here, which we talked about,
But
which is right
yeah,
there.
so you guys are more than welcome to join
I
our
can
free
hear you now.
This is
Discord.
kind
It's
of
Here we
completely
go.
free.
Yep.
You got
So
words
this
of wisdom
one,
where we just
we
dropped some
perfect.
heavy
There we
knowledge
go.
on y'all, beginner
good.
Rejection
questions.
right
Pretty
here.
good.
Yes,
How are you?
Now we're
Sound like you
guys
just
got
woke
some
up.
cool
still
desk
not
setups. Like
particularly
Kinda, yeah.
here.
Like
You guys
maybe
can
about
do
half an hour.
created
battle
a series
stations
of lower lows
in this
and
channel.
lower highs for
If
both
you guys are
here.
talking
Oh,
about
we're gonna
crypto,
move
which
to the
higher
hangout
highs,
because
exactly. Yeah, we
So
haven't
the
really
bearish
talked
Alright.
about
official
crypto
hangout
much
joining
still
lately.
bearish.
But
At the
if
same
you're
time,
with
you
a
can
prop
definitely see
firm or
that
you're
we
doing
started
any,
to
or
build that
man,
liquidity
I need to
the
change
upside
this channel
already,
to funding
preparing for
funding
moves to
company.
the upside eventually.
But if you're
taking
with a
out
funding
towards
company, you
highs,
guys are more than
which
welcome
will
to share
come.
your
Yeah, there we
results
go.
here.
I do believe
Any
we're
questions that
gonna
you
go
have
for it.
around
We're gonna
that,
see
you can
massive
share there
breakout
as well.
to the upside.
We also
Jazz
have the
Jen,
book
what's
club.
up,
So
what's
if you guys
up?
are reading some
At the
good
same
books,
time, right now,
shows that you
Byron,
got
what's up,
absolute
Byron?
life-changing
Love to
book
see you
right
eat
here.
early. What's up,
Daily
Byron?
Changed my life.
trend line,
But
see
yeah,
Terrence, you're back to
reading
your
is
normal
huge, man.
schedule.
Reading
Terrence,
is one of the major.
Oh, you're here,
major,
Terrence.
breakdowns
Terrence, you wanna turn on your
of
mic?
money. Really helped change my
I haven't
mentality.
talked to you in a minute, man.
And then the food, man.
Okay.
What y'all
Oh,
got
John.
going on?
I still see that
got here?
the gold is potentially
Hi, Oscar.
got
Good
that
morning.
going
what you
on
tend
the
to see with
food.
commodities. Like
So
I
you guys
mentioned in the
can
video
post your
below,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
is the following.
And
Good
Good
to
morning,
see
Almighty.
and then
the fact
obviously we
that
have some
gold
trading sessions here, right? My
usually-
analysis,
Good morning.
trades of the
Whenever
day.
you see
Where you
something
can
like
review
this
all all of our trades off the
How's it
live
going?
streams here, and they're all broken
Yeah,
down by
forward.
Scotty
Or
C,
Q1
who does a really good job at that.
which makes a lot
Daily
of sense from,
profits,
like,
you
a
guys can post
geopolitical
your,
slowly
you guys
working
can
on
events
flex
are
a
going to
little
happen,
bit,
presidential
and then,
elections,
you
you
know,
name
if
it.
you're
A lot of
trading
things are
Asian,
happening.
Took me a
London,
minute
Ready
to get
24th.
everything to wake up today.
What tends to
Yeah.
happen is that you
Signals
create like a massive
I'm
well.
jealous, man. You got your coffee
You
already?
guys are more than
either
welcome to
liquidate
join the
a lot of
Signals
individuals
channel. There is
before
a 2-month, there's a
or
promo
gather as
right
much
now. So
liquidity
any
as possible
package that
through
you
the
do purchase,
downside.
you get
This
two
is
months
why
free
you
to
get a
get
coffee
on.
machine and you
Rally
don't
back to
buy
the upside
coffee.
here. It would then
You gonna go to
create,
what, Dutch
you know,
Bros?
a nice
And then
upwards
look at
Nah.
this.
but it will air
We got a
first
rank
in
section.
as
You
much as
know
you
your
can
boy ranked
before
up in the
making that
Discord
move
this
here.
weekend, right?
Which is also that gap
Look
Look
below
at
you
this.
name
Look
it.
at this.
So what I want to see,
see
I
if
hope
I
that's
can
I
me,
would love to
not a
see
scam
gold
account.
actually
My
still
own
My
coming
number
down
0.
towards
My own coffee
this
here.
structure right there.
Good stuff.
Okay, we have this
Oh,
nice
Husk,
nice
Imagine
structure
see,
here
running it up.
right here.
talk on
And it's pretty
stream.
far away, right?
Stuff
Your
You
boy
can
got
say 90
boosted.
or
We're gonna be doing
1860.
Oh wait, I'm not
Pretty
0.
far away.
Uh-oh.
I get it.
Yeah,
So
so yours
video.
was
We are creating lower lows and
18K?
lower
Thought I
highs
got
right now.
boosted, man.
Our seen
From
is
10?
rejection.
Okay, yeah, so
broke the
you're
trend
doing
line.
the
We are
18K
creating
thing,
some
and
highs.
you're
We're
gonna
be
grow
taken
that.
there as well. This is
So
also
chat,
horizontal
if you
support,
take a
resistance
look
right
at
here.
my screen,
The dollar is looking quite strong. The inflation data is there.
995,
The
right?
top
So
three
those of
books
you
is
who are
Magic
here
Thinking
from
There
the
are many reasons for me to
Um,
think that
we
Think and Grow
started
Rich
with investing
and
$2,500
here.
cash.
But the question
Right,
is
that's
always
the
when or
original
how will it
investment.
happen, right? Timing is
Right
always
now,
the
our
most
equity is worth
It's tough to give you three.
If you do
It really
get,
is.
and we break the highs here, this could change the whole
But
game.
just to catch
right?
you up,
If you just break
since
this,
there's a lot of new
very
people
simple.
here,
We create a higher high.
It's only
gonna
about
give
come
you a
back
brief
down, we create a
rundown
lower
of
They
where
are
we are
gone
now.
now.
Yeah, then we can go full. We could
Should
practically
upload
go
the
for it.
Discord, huh?
But that is not there yet. That is not there yet.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So, you know, anything
Alright,
that we're
let's keep
seeing
this
right
simple.
now here, the dollar on a daily standpoint,
Alright, so if you
that
take
gap,
a
low
look
top wick,
at the Discord,
bouncing off from the previous high here.
I'm just gonna give you a simple
you know,
rundown.
that are
Crypto
still
payment?
not
Alright,
there
so you
yet. We
deposit
still have a little bit
2,500
more
cash.
imbalance to be filled up
No.
for the
Inkle
balance right
Trade
there.
is
At
the
the same
broker.
time, we have
So
decided it's
with
not
this
been tested
broker,
yet
if you
either,
use the 211
which is actually
account,
on the
you
daily.
get
Explain the
that
boomerang
bonus,
play?
they
I
match your
I have
deposit,
no
right?
idea
You could
So
say
about the boomerang
that this
play.
is
they
a
matched
really
our
nice
deposit
and
with
clean
2,500.
No clue
range
what that is.
that has
So
been
our total
untested right there
equity
as well.
was a
Heard of it, but
$500,000
no
I
idea
want
what
to see
it
account,
us
right?
stepping
So we're
into that
trading
zone
with a
here, and
5K
that's for that
account.
particular reason.
You
took
keep
place
all
Today's
the
the
profits.
hearing? Yeah, today's
You
the
do
hearing.
not
And,
keep
yeah,
that bonus
that
they
gap
give
will
you
not
Man, I,
until you
you know,
reach
I don't
the
even know how to
parameters.
get anything
You
right.
have to trade
This can go
certain
on
amount
for
of
months,
lots.
right?
Full analysis
I
done
don't
here.
And
think
you
we'll
have to be
get
Let's get to
profitable.
work.
It takes some
clear
time.
answers today.
I think
Fast
it's
forward.
fun, very important to
Um,
see what we can do here. So
We ended up getting
my
back
plan
that bonus, right? Because we
is the
were
following.
profitable and we reached our parameters. So our total cash is now $5,000.
Okay.
But we also were in profit
take a
and
lot
we
of
also
time.
made a total
Things
of
take a lot of time to unfold in
$570. That's on stream.
Alright. That's
and
what we're
off
looking
Explain the
stream.
lasagna
So
plan.
shorting gold.
So
to
we
keep
made
it
$5,000
very simple. I'm
and we
looking
got
at short
a
gold.
bonus. So if you
So
add
we've
all that
entered our
up, our
position
total
already.
equity
I'm gonna go
was
over my positions right now here. I have multiple
10,570.
positions, so I need to show you that.
Alright, if
in
you've
a
been here,
second.
you've seen it.
But
on
the
stream.
signal was given in our
Alright, next.
point,
So
in our
what we did
UC
is we
setup.
withdrew the
Our signal
10K
during
profit.
London.
My
Right,
voice.
so it was a $2,500
Understanding, explaining
investment.
exactly why that is
We
here.
withdrew that
But we are
10K
coming down
profit.
here.
Yeah,
We
I- deposited the
I
10,000.
right here.
Those of you who were
You know,
here,
I've seen this
We're
happen.
gonna
those who
play
are
it
members
very
know
tight.
that I had to
Again,
hold
the
it
market
over
is still looking quite,
so we lost
quite choppy here.
$640.
But like we said,
Long
Mike,
story
you
short,
crushed it right here.
I went over
Right?
my
Which is
limit.
really
They were
your
doing
message.
some
Coinbase.
sketchy
What we
stuff
could
like
expect
MFF
blah,
was
is,
doing.
you know,
what or
but,
how. Would not be
money.
surprised if
I
we
lost
did
You know,
take
they're
that for a
working
long
out,
time and we
right?
would
So the
go
total
up.
cash
So,
deposit is
As long as other companies are straight,
$9,361.
but at the same
we should be
time,
good.
if the
Right?
dollar
My
holds
forex
up,
funds
Now,
will be no
it
longer
goes
than
giving us a
terminated,
bonus.
I'm
It's a
still
new
willing
fresh
to risk it
account.
right now. at the
So our
moment.
total
moving on,
equity
right?
in our
to see if
investment
we
is
can
$18,000.
better policy
Okay.
in place, I'm
Okay.
sure, for
set
us.
up here.
Just to prove that to you.
Eventually, you missed an easy
Let's do
short from
this.
the Asian highs. Yeah,
What's our
well, it is
total
what it is,
cash
bro.
investment that we put
It
in
is
here?
what it is. We cannot look at
9,361
10 charts.
and
Same time.
57 cents.
I'm in
You
buys
can
from
see it right
25.
there. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Just prove that. All
There
right.
we go.
Now,
Okay.
what I do is I cover the
Very, very
balance and
important
the
stuff
equity because the balance shows
for,
what you
for
have,
today
equity
here.
shows the total. People get confused all the time.
How are
So
the
let's
names
just
made?
Looking forward to
focus
see
on
how
what
we're
we're
back up here.
working
Retest
on.
Celery,
this and resistance
onion,
now as support.
Now our goal is
Very
to make
important here.
11,000.
Celery,
If you come down and we close
Okay.
below it,
those are named. So
then,
those are named
yeah,
up on the
then that's
stream.
definitely a
Watch it.
That's what our
direct,
goal is right now. What that's
reason.
gonna do is
And
that's
he
gonna,
basically
if you
named them
add
that because
11
it's like an
to the
organic
cash we have, that's
trading
gonna give us
style, right?
20K, right? So
The
that's
very,
background
very,
$125.
very
was named because
$100 investment into
Now, last
20,000.
one is the
when
euro,
we
like
look
we
for
said,
a price,
coming
like
up.
let's say
Keeping
this
it flowing
candle has
with
no
Alright,
bottom.
I'm gonna
right?
let Husky
I
take
definitely
the
want to see
stage
this
now.
happening. I would definitely want to see us coming back to that high
what
feeling
they
of
call
the
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's pretty straightforward if you want to
just
pull up
yeah,
the
and then literally see if you
stats.
can,
as if we're
create
granted
It's
tax
mine's
and now
just
running
1K account.
for that
You
reason.
slowly grow that
Just
account with
random
2%. By the end of the year, get it above $100,000.
What about the cheesecake?
I'm gonna be adding $1,000 each month to this account and still compounding it
People
from
start
there.
going
So it's gonna
against
be 2%,
you're not going
for one
against,
full
but
month,
when
add
you
another
add
1,000,
into
2% for the full amount,
and then
and
potentially coming
keep
back down,
repeating
right?
that process. And the way I have everything planned up, we should hit 100,000 in about 6 to 7 months.
If that's the case.
And
what up, Shad?
once that's done, It's basically
If you're new just tuning in right now,
the goal.
okay.
I've got my forex. I've got. If you guys look at it, it's linked to my
right
forex
here.
factory, so you guys can actually
I'll
see
put the link in.
every
Smash that like
single trade.
Hit us up here 200.
You
Let's
guys
see
will
where
be able
we're
to
at
see
right
every
now.
single trade I take
281
live,
likes
or
already.
like
I'm
not
very proud of you
live,
guys.
but it will show all my
You guys
journals
are
there.
actually
So it will show
legends.
you exact
For
trade I
coming
took,
back,
the amount
being
of
on top
leverage I
as well,
took,
for the full
everything.
breakdown for
And by the
analysis
way,
here.
the account that
If you
I'm
just
the
missed
broker I'm
the
going
analysis,
through
go
is a
back a little bit
Canadian
more
regulated
into
broker,
the
so my
charts,
leverage
into
is
the
like
live stream.
max leverage I have is
You will
on
find it
gold,
right
which
there.
is a 24 to 1. Right? No, gold is a 17 to 1. Dow is a 24 to 1. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's every play. We're gonna have to.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
So I put
my
the link in
leverage
the
in
chat
there.
so you can follow him. Okay. On Forex Factory. It's linked up to.
Hey, whatever. I doubt any fees are coming back yet. Because anything you put into these markets, consider it gone. Yeah, stop playing with the playbook. Stop playing with the playbook.
Beautiful. Best way to do it is to just
Sam
simply
loading.
look
Oh,
at
Sam is
all
loading.
structures here. The
Sam's
higher
here.
time
Let's
frame
see, let's
tells
see.
us a lot when trading on the lower time frames
Is
as
he
well.
here? Is he here?
So when we are scalping, the higher time frame is such a is
Yes,
actually
sir. The
equally
man is
important when
in
trading.
the building.
in my
Let me
opinion.
fix the volume here, so
especially when you're
you
in
guys
a
don't go-
consolidating range or whatever on the lower time frame.
we
It's
don't
all
want no one's
fine.
eardrums getting
but
blown
the higher
out by
time
my
frame is something that you always wanna understand.
crappy
here.
settings here.
Okay, I do think that it is, it's crucial, absolutely crucial.
All right. What up,
to
Sam?
understand right now. Okay.
What up, Nick?
Good morning, brother.
What up, chat? Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Fantastic,
How are you doing? How are you
man.
doing?
I'm
How are you
doing.
doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Let's see if you can take
I'm
this short
excited
for
to be
the
back
Euro.
to work,
It will
back
be
to the
amazing.
desk.
Yeah, I'm
Another one.
pumped. I was gonna send you a message
If you do come
because
down
you sent
right
me
now,
one
right here,
time. You were like, "We
then,
back in action,
this is a
brother."
nice low to break.
I was gonna say that this morning.
So yeah, keep close on the
We
Euro
back.
USD.
We back
I
like
do
we
see
never
more
left.
downside potential for the Euro
Back
USD
in action, baby.
towards the Sunday
Yeah.
Open,
Yep.
which
Yeah,
is gonna
no,
of course cause
Have a
this
good
one to
weekend.
break down. Coming
Absolutely.
down right now as well. We
Yes,
have
sir.
this
I'm ready to
Sunday
go on a
Open
tear
right
this
here
week.
at 107.
Oh yeah, big week coming up here, chat.
I
Big
think
week.
that's something definitely to look at.
Big week.
So
Got
if we
motion
break
this
below
week.
this level here,
Haven't seen
I
a
might be
fake out
selling Euro
in a
USD
while. Yeah, we
right
were
below
faked
here
out
on
the
on
other
the
day,
lower
right?
time frame
So
coming back
I
down.
wanted to talk to you
Pushing
guys
us
too
up here
about
to the dollar, of course, you want the dollar to hold,
Friday's
very
trade,
importantly,
right?
above
So
that area
on
of resistance,
Friday
because
we
if you got a
we
break
were
into
waiting
resistance
for
support right now,
sells the entire day. You
and
guys
we come
remember
down and we
Friday,
retested and we
right?
now
We were
come back
waiting
up again,
for sells the
and we
entire
might be
day.
coming
We
down
had
back
like
to the lows again.
fake outs in this
And if you come
range,
back to
right?
the lows,
So we were waiting
just
on
need
the
to be more
fake out here.
patient for our
We
position
had
here.
fake
So
outs
yes,
here.
we
We
are
had fake
looking
outs
for
here.
shorts,
Fake
it's the
outs here,
patience
right?
now
And then
that requires,
eventually we
that
just said we'll put our
confirmation,
buys.
confirmation
We'll have
that we
we'll
need
have
in
our
order
buys
to,
set above here,
to actually move forward.
right? And what happened? Price blew
Euro
through
is
all
gonna
of this,
definitely
right? So
something
there
that I
was,
would like to
and we didn't want to take our buys too early on Friday because the daily candle still had no bottom wick, if you guys remember that. And what do we talk about? If the candle has no bottom wick, then there's a high chance price will come down to create that bottom wick at some point, right? So that's why we were looking for the fake outs, right? Right around here, right around here, and price just blasted up, right? And here's what here's the conclusion I came to. Anytime that you have a breakout, right, that is after a massive candle like this, we need to wait for a 15 or a 30-minute candle to close, right? Because what happened here? You had price push down and then broke the highs twice, right? And that's what activated us, but then came back down, right? Now, if we would have waited for the 30-minute candle to close, I 100% believe we would have been in on this sell right here.
Let me know what
right?
you guys prefer here.
Fake out, right? We were waiting for the fake out all day long. We got it. We could have entered in off of this candle here and drove price back down to the support, because look, eventually price came down and created that daily bottom wick, right? But it just blasted up there first. So, there was a lot of reasons to take the buys. There was also a lot of reasons to maybe look to wait a little bit longer. And W on the lesson learned there from Friday. And now if we do see a massive pump up here like this, let's not jump on the breakout right away, right? Let's wait for a 30-minute candle to close. If that 30-minute candle happens to drive, well, you know what? It is what it is, right? But if it closes like back in the range, right, then what we can do is we can spot this fake out here. right? Which we were looking for all day long, and then we could
Why do you like EU?
you know, we could take advantage of this candle moving down here, right, to support. So W lesson there on Friday, and that's just another trade that just makes us better, right? Makes us better as traders.
I do like gold. I do like forex. I like both here. Okay. Wait for that closure.
Yeah, we also didn't have 1K likes, so that could have threw it off.
Everything else though was good.
What exactly is your purpose, Nick, other than helping? What do you mean? If you could ask that a little bit better, I can give you an answer. Does mod mean getting paid? Yeah, that's right. I start to get paid. So once you become a mod, you start paying me.
We are opening in like, what, 20 minutes. So we still have a little bit more time here.
It's a fee.
Okay.
It's a fee.
The range comes with a fee.
Still have
you pay for the range.
More time here.
Yeah.
If you close
Everyone's
below
like, wait, those guys are all paying?
Nah,
just kidding, man. Just kidding.
For shorts right now. The dollar is looking stronger. We broke above it, which is important.
Yeah, you pay me
definitely want to target that gap
a $100 bill, and then I pay you back $101 bills.
The Sunday
Let's do
open
that.
is at 107. So something like that. But first, give us that closure. Let us.
All right, moving back down here. Cool.
Created.
Cool stuff.
Hopefully we fill up some of that imbalance right now. That imbalance is right
Got
there.
no news in the headlines here today. Nothing till CPI on Wednesday.
We can take that one.
Which
and
will be
take
lovely.
Another entry right here. Okay.
CPI print.
CPI casino.
Yeah, who's gonna join the CPI casino on Wednesday? What's your TP target on gold? I'm also in a buy. I'm not in a buy on gold. I'm looking for a closure below here to come back down on gold.
Closure right here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not taking buys here on gold at all.
Waiting for this 30-minute closure below the entry.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes for the 1 hour candle to close. 30-minute candle to close, and if we do close something
so we're in gold shorts.
Bearish below here,
Euro in like
then I'm gonna be looking to take my
15 minutes if we can hold here. Okay.
What's the cheapest prop firm, Nick? I don't know because I never look for the cheapest anything. The cheapest probably isn't going to work out. I would look for what's the most credible prop firm and then save up some money and get an account with them.
Euro UZ will be added on later in like, what, 15 minutes?
Can you have two funded accounts at the same time? Yes.
And we will break above this high.
Funny how TFT changed their wording to simulation funds. Yeah. Hey, as long as the money hits, I don't care what they use, what words they use. As long as we're getting paid out, gang, we're good to go.
Beautiful candle, by the way. This is amazing. If you can close below it, stop loss can already go practically on break even right here. At this particular moment, if you come back down here, TP1 definitely.
Good morning, Xander. What's up, brother? Yeah, that's right. The cheapest was my Forex funds there. So look at that.
Break even.
Yeah, you don't want to go with the cheapest.
Waiting for Euro to be entering very
soon.
Man,
they've got the best prices.
If we have the 30-minute or hourly closure.
Man, I'm just upset that I didn't even know these dudes were trying to attack me in my live account, bro. And we were just battling these dudes without even knowing they were trying to attack us.
We had that wick fill right there.
Praying on your downfall the whole time.
Gold manipulated the highs.
Like they would. Like, it's pretty crazy all the information that's come out now.
It's starting to get a lot weaker right now. So with the dollar looking strong, let's see if it can actually break above it here. And that's it.
And
looking for that particular move.
Not play copyright free music. It's a WW. It's a win-win. You can open up position there every month, you know, catch a pip and then log off, and that'll be YouTube. That'll be the copyright free music that I'm losing. But chat, what's going on, man? Let's see what we got going on today. So I think today we got a couple things. All right, I lied. You did not have a couple things. That's the week. The week you got a couple things. The week you have today you have nothing. You have nothing going on today. Nothing at 8:30, which I love. I love these days because there's nothing affecting our price action, right? We're just following price action. Same tomorrow too. There's nothing going on tomorrow. You have like a minor folder tomorrow maybe, but that's about it. 6 a.m. you know, and then 1 p.m. Wednesday you have CPI. Wednesday's your big day, right? CPI, and then Thursday you have PPI and core retail sales, and then retail sales, and then unemployment claims. So Wednesday and Thursday are your volatile days this week, I'll say, or it could be volatile today even. Sometimes you might not need news to be volatile, or because it might be priced in the day prior. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then you have Friday, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and then prelim UOM consumer sentiment on Friday. So it's a pretty chill week for the most part. Pretty chill first half of the week. We're here all week, obviously. So Monday, Tuesday, chill. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is when things get a little volatile. But let's make the best out of the week. You know, last week we on stream caught 0 trades last week on stream because I don't think we took anything on stream. But oh no, we did. We took a break even on Friday. That's about it. But yeah, like even in the single channel last week, I caught 1 trade. I caught like 70 pips last week. But again, it's only the first week of September. We're way ahead for September right now. Anyways, we caught that first September. We caught 147 pips, right? So we're chilling. Obviously, I want to see what we can do for September. It should be a good September with the way things are looking, the way things have been formed so far. But yeah, let's get into the breakdown so we can actually see what's going on in September for real, and see what's up here. Because I have no idea what's going on the charts right now. I haven't checked the charts since Friday. This is my first time on the charts since. Let's see if we could do some analysis real quick. Yeah, you have no news today too, so there's no rush for anything. If anything, there's a 1 hour close coming very soon, but that's about it for the most part. I know Janez caught something nice for London. And then I don't know Wix caught anything for Asian. I don't think so, right? Asian was very dead. I would assume Asian was very dead. Right? Or unless he did cash on for Asian. I don't know. I wasn't on for Asian or London last night. I just came to New York today. Asian moved. Did it really? Oh yeah, it did move actually. Yeah, it did move. I lied. It did move. It did move. Yeah, it was a pretty decent move. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Yeah, London was nice though. You know, 7-0 over here. This guy going crazy. Hold on, Jay. Give me like 1 second. All right. So yeah, this is like, I'll say, one of the most important times of your day, you know, because when you come to the charts, especially like me, when I come to the charts, sometimes I may not know what's going on. Today, I got 0 idea what's going on, and that's completely normal. I'm telling you guys, that's normal because that's literally what I'm living through right now. At this moment, I have no idea what's going on. In 30 minutes, I'll have an idea of what's going on. In an hour, I might have the entry, you know, but I gotta figure out what's going on first before I get any entries. You know, a lot of you guys come to the charts, first thing you guys do is, oh, nice position, buy, sell, you know, and then from there it's just kind of like, well, what are you really doing? Are you really trading the markets, or just trading to make some quick cash today. Like, are you, so like you really want to take a deep dive into the charts, make sure you understand every time frame, especially on a Monday too, because it sets you up nicely for the week. And it's just habits, it's just like building a nice habit of doing this every day. I know a lot of guys just wake up, got crust in your eyes and just be taking buys or sell positions before even doing anything, and that's okay too. But you kind of want to make it a habit to analyze your charts at the beginning of the month or beginning of the week, so you have an idea for the rest of the week. And then each day when you come to your charts, you repeat the same process, so each day you have more detail with more information that prints on candles, right? So I do my analysis every day, multiple times a day, usually 1 in the morning before any session starts, or before the session starts, which is right now, and then 1 at like NYC open, which is 9:30. So that's usually when I would do it, or during a 4-hour close. But yeah, because there's always gonna be more data being printed, right? So like sometimes even I might not understand what the idea is off rip. Like off rip, I might just see sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, like off rip, say like I might not see something as clear, like I might not understand a certain concept, but during the stream, as I get more information from the charts and I get like more candles printed, I might have an idea like an hour into the charts. Like sometimes I come to the charts, the first hour and a half, I'm just there like I have no idea what's going on. I don't have like I have an idea, but I might not have entry ideas. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to figure out. So let me get into it. I obviously love starting with the monthly time frame. So with the monthly candles, it's just a general idea of what the month is going to do. It won't affect my 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 move today, or 100 move today even. If like whatever we catch today, right? It won't affect that at all, but it'll give you a general idea of what the month is going to do, because that you can use it to your advantage. So like in this case, like the monthly right now, if you take a look at it, it's pretty bearish, right? So you have like some type of resistance up here in these ranges here, right? So around here you have like your support down around these areas to the left here, and honestly this is just the range we're in right now. So the reason why I'm saying it's the range we're in is because if you look left, this is majority of the gold chart in the past 3 years, right? We've been in these areas here from like 2020 to 2023. We've been like for the most part in this box, in this range here. So you can probably notice that what month are these? November. Yeah, so you can probably notice that where at one given point, there was a resistance formed right around here, price came down, formed support around here, right? And like you started to see like price come back into these ranges here. So that's why I have this as a major level, same major level up here. Like this is just the range we're in. And if you look at current price data, right, look at the current price, you're going to notice that last month's candle closed bearish at the top of the range. So in the past, what I've noticed is that if you look left, all these candles to the left that closed back inside the range all did what, right? It all came back and filled the range. So at this point, at one given point, price is bullish. This was a bullish candle. Price closed bearish back into the range, and then it continued to push back into the range and fill the rest of the range, which took you down towards 70.75. Same thing with this. At one point you're bullish. This is one bullish candle, right? And then next thing you know, pulled back, closed respecting the resistance. Next candle did what? Closed bearish at the top of the range. Therefore, the next candle started to come down to fill the bottom of the range. Same shit happened here, right? At one point, this is bullish, closed bearish back into the range, and then now you've been respecting resistance. So you're gonna see that this candle have all been respecting the resistance, right? Not once have you ever closed back above the most recent resistance. So it means that we're still respecting these levels here. Therefore, that's a strong resistance still. So with us closing bearish now, it just indicates that, okay, there's some potential for us to move down this month, right? But one issue is that there's no top wick. So my concern now is like, okay, well, if overall we're expecting the next couple of months or even this month to continue driving down for the rest of the range, right? What needs to happen first? You need liquidity, right? You need liquidity, because for all I know, any given point, of course, you can just fly back up. Just because you're close back into the range doesn't mean at any given point this can't happen. This can definitely happen, right? But wait to determine that it may not happen this month, at least with this month's data, right? Because this, whatever I'm saying right now, will be invalid next month because things will change by then, right? But I'm talking about this month with the current data. If you do come up any given point this month, create a top wick for the previous monthly candle high, this is how it's gonna look. But also retest you into the 1975 levels, which price has done that in the past, right? Top wick here, top wick here. So I would assume that you get the same top wick here. So as you get the top wick on the monthly candle for the previous kind of high at the same given time, this is how the candle should end up looking for the month, right? And as this happens, overall, again, you're expecting price to drop down to the bottom of the range at 775 to finish off September. Just like these candles have done to the left here. Every time it came back into the range, right? You're looking for the same mirror on price. So if you get a top wick and you flip bearish, that's an indication that, okay, cool. Price may actually continue to push down for the rest of the month towards the bottom of the range. Or you can just come down, fill this wick on price, and then create a top wick afterwards, right? But again, there's no top wick. Chances of you coming down this month are high. It's just that, are you going to create a top wick first, or is price going to come down, fill the range, and create a top wick later on in the month? Now, how do you tell what price is going to do? You drop down to a smaller time frame, because this is the monthly, right? And then now you have like the weekly next. You can use the weekly and daily to your advantage to take advantage of like how the month is going to form. Is it going to create now, or is it going to create during the second half of the month, right? So obviously we're on to week 2 of September. So far, for the most part, you close bearish back into the range first week of September. So this is the first official week, right? You close bearish here, and if you guys take a close look, there was once a resistance or support formed. I'll say like right around here. This is where I had it at. It's either there, or it's gonna be, yeah, put it right around there. It should be good. I'll say this is my resistance on price here. So it looks like you did close back into the range here, right? You can see this counter here closing back below these levels here to the left. Again, my only concern is there's no top wick. Now, even last week's candle, right? Even like last week's candle, you're gonna notice that there's barely a top wick. There was a top wick, but it didn't really fill the week prior's wick, right? So if you guys take a look looking left there, you're gonna notice that every time that you actually close below this gray line here, right? So like, let's look from left to right. Let's scan it, and let's take a look here. So you're looking at this push here, looking at this push, you're looking at this push, right? You're looking at maybe even this push. You're looking at this push to the left, right? So when you look at all these pushes here, right? Let's go ahead and highlight the top of the pushes, like the top wicks of those pushes before they came down. So let's grab the yellow circle. Let's highlight that, highlight that, highlight that, highlight that, highlight that, right? So then now you kind of want to connect the dots, right? Because you want to find the average top wick areas, right? So usually what I do is I connect the dots. Well, I don't really connect the dots. Visually I can just kind of see it's gonna be around here, right? But if it helps you, this is what you could do. So connect the dots, whatever, cool. It shows you that, okay, well, this is your top wick area. This is the level that, you know, you see in the tap, like 1, 2, between all 5 of these circles here. This is like the average, I'll say, because this one's way too far off. This is like touching all 4, right? So I'll put it here. So now that you have the information, right, going back to this, now you're like, okay, well, if all of these candles to the left here all came down past after creating top wicks in these areas here at the yellow box there, are we going to expect the same top wick there, right? So going back to the current price, going back to this area, what is this? 1960, this yellow line here, right? That's last week's high, right? So if you were to come on and create a top wick, you'll be breaking last week's high before coming down. Keep in mind, the weekly is still below the range, so at any given point it could break the highs and still flip bearish to continue down, right? So if that can happen on a weekly, now going back to the monthly, what's 1960 on a monthly, right? What a coincidence. It's a top wick as well, same top wick area for the monthly. So if we're on to the second week of September, right? Because we're trying to figure out, is the monthly going to create a top wick before it pushes down, or is it going to create a top wick after it pushes down first, right? So far it's been like I mean, I guess it filled half of the wick already, but it didn't fill the whole range yet, so it can still do anything, right? So in this case, if it's the second week of September, right, second week into the month, you haven't created a top wick yet, this week shows you that there's a levels to the left here that you could mirror for a top wick, which again was 1960, 1970, right? Could it possibly be this week before you come down, right? Obviously, at any given point, this weekly could just rip down. It can easily just flip bearish and just continue to drive down towards the next support and taps you into these ranges to the left here, right? But Looking left, before price drove down the pass, before it continued to drive down and fill the rest of the range, right? Because all these counts to the left there all came down and filled, like the range is tapping into I think it was minimum. Like you're looking at the bottom of the ranges, you're looking at like this, or sorry, no, you're looking at this. So you're looking at like probably, I'll say here, like 1860, right? Which is also like the bottom of the range, right? So if all those counts to the left drove down towards 1860, but before they drove down towards 1860, you create a topic of 1970, 1980, or 1960, 1970. Is that a possibility you could do it this week, right? It only makes sense if it happens this week, because next week, if you do end up closing bearish on a weekly this week, and you do continue to drive down, I'm assuming you will move, right? I doubt you just stay here for the rest of the week, but if you do move like this, then next week we'll just continue to fill the rest of the range without creating a top wick. So if you're gonna create a top wick, it has to be this week, right? So if that's what you're assuming, that this week's gonna create a top wick, you can now implement more buys this week than sells, right? So right now you have to understand that we're in a range, right? So drop down to daily here, right? Daily, first thing, what do you see here? First thing I notice off rip is that the last 2 candles to the left, or 3 candles, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, have all closed below this range here. So there's a resistance right around here that I have, right? Right around here. So that's what I notice off rip, right? So obviously at one given point, you close below the range here. Cool. Closing below indicates that you're breaking below the range. Technically, you should continue to drive down. But the issue is what? No bottom wick. We discussed that on Wednesday already. No bottom wick. So any given point, price can just, again, come back up, right? And that's what price did. Next day, came back up. But once it came back up, it closed respecting the same resistance here to the left. Closed respecting 1924, right? So next candle, what did it do? Same thing. Closed bearish, right? On Friday, and close respecting the resistance. So this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, this is Friday, right? So all the last 3 days have all closed respecting. This candle, again, opened up below the range as well, right? From Friday. So it's still below the range here. Any given point, you could rip up, create a top wick, and still close below these ranges for the week, right? Because or for the day, because the last 3 counts have all done the same shit. Like, and even if you weren't to close below the range and you were to close bullish, you'll still assume that you get a bottom wick before driving up, because you need liquidity to drive up, right? Think of the motion now. With the motion printed and liquidity grabs being formed before reversing on price, you're gonna see a bottom wick. So even if we close bullish like this above the weekly or above the daily today, right? Tomorrow's candle, before it drives up, it's gotta re-break the lows anyways. So it's either today or tomorrow where you can take advantage of this sell, depending on how price closes, right? That's just an idea for tomorrow. But for today's price, yes, any given point, you could easily just rip up, and any given point close below the range, because that's what the last 4 counts have done. Until you actually close above the range completely, we're bearish technically still for the daily, right? So obviously going back to the weekly, like 1970, 1960 for a top wick is very, I'll say, undoable today, right? Because the weekly, yes, it's a weekly and it's a monthly candle, but the daily is just today, and you have 8 hours left, and you have no news today. I highly doubt will come up there. But if you do close above the ranges tomorrow, right, then tomorrow might be the buys then. Because if this is how you close above tomorrow, right, above 1825, the weekly needs to create a top wick, right? The monthly needs to create a top wick still. And I mentioned, if it's gonna create a top wick on the weekly, it's got to be this week, right? So if it's this week, then tomorrow's candle, you'll see the breakout lows before you see it drive up. So I think tomorrow you have no news, but if it's gonna be a move, it's gonna be tomorrow, Wednesday, for the buys, right? And then you'll see a bottom wick being created for the daily. So you see it re-break the lows at 1912, 1908. We'll finally tap into that level. And then once it flips tomorrow, that's when you'll see your push up towards 1960, 1958, because then it'll have liquidity to drive up, right? Right now you have no liquidity on a daily at all, right? You have no bottom wicks. There's nothing down there. But once this forms, then you can obviously figure out that, okay, well, the weekly is starting to shift now, the monthly is starting to shift. You're going to create that top wick, and it's going to be during this week, right? Which is second week of September. So if it is this week, then great, perfect. The rest of the month, any given point, 3rd week, 4th week, can just continue to push down with the monthly, because that'll be your weekly top wick and your monthly top wick established, right? So that's how you can use these 3 time frames to determine what's going to happen on the monthly and also this week as well. So now you gotta plan accordingly, right? So if you're expecting today's daily candle to continue driving up, right? Because it's not just about what's the bias today, bullish or bearish. It's about like what's gonna happen before this happens. That's how you gotta think of price action, right? When you're doing your analysis, you gotta have multiple ideas in your head. Like you can't just have one idea and only one. You gotta have an idea for buys, an idea for sells. How do the buys connect to the sells? How do the sells connect to the buys? Is it a long-term swing today? Is it a short-term push today? Is it a pullback? Is it a drive? Right? So you have to understand what the market's kind of giving you, and you kind of gotta play your cards right. So today's daily, like I said, any given point, it can close above the range. So if it does close above the range, your range is what? 1926. I would assume that if you close above the range, you'll close, like in the past, every time you close above this range, you close into these areas here to the left. So you closed here, above the range, you close, like I'll say here, you closed here, right? These are your closures above this range. So if you look at price, you're gonna notice that, okay, well, connect the dots again. I'll say the average close area, pretty safe area for it to close at, would be 1930. So 1930 is up here at is up here at these areas here. So that's basically the rebreak of the day high. So if you were to close bullish, I'm pretty sure you close at 1930 today, 1931, whatever that area is, right? So if that's what you're plotting, you could then plot buys towards 1930 today, right? So let's go down to the smaller time frame and see what's up, because if we could use a smaller time frame to plot buys towards those areas today, that would be amazing for us to get positions. And I'll talk about the sells later on too if we were to get sells, but I gotta see what the small time frame prints first, just because if you're assuming the daily is gonna close bullish, you might as well just look for buys today until that daily close. So off rip, what I notice here is that you have no bottom wick on this 4-hour candle, right? So like obviously like you're forming that bottom wick right now and you have only 51 minutes left, and this is the range you're in. You have a resistance formed right around here, right? And then you got a support formed here, right? So remember what I said, the daily may continue to push up towards 1930. So 1930 is gonna be like around like these areas to the left here, right? Like this purple zone here. So we have advantage points now. If that's where we're gonna drive, if that's where you're looking to anticipating price to drive up towards today and to continue pushing up, you can take buys anywhere until then, right? So the 4-hour shows that you're creating a bottom wick, which is great, but you only have an hour left, right? Or 51 minutes left. And once the 4-hour closes, if this is how the 4-hour closes, then the next 4-hour candle may change the trajectory of today's price, because if this is how you close, you need a top wick still, right? Because you're bearish, and once you get a top wick, this can happen. You could fill the range at 34, but you may end up flipping bearish to the bottom of the range because you're closing bearish, kind of like back into the range, kind of like a fake out, right? A range one fake out. So this is the 4-hour candle, right? You obviously want this candle to close doji or bullish for the next 4-hour candle to continue up, right? But I'm assuming this is a bottom wick on the 4-hour candle. I'm looking left there. I've noticed that bottom wicks in the past on the 4-hour candle have been these areas to the left here. So you're gonna see some type of rejections here, rejections here, rejections here, right? So like these are your rejection levels to the left, which is gonna be like 24, 23 levels. So any given point, again, this is where the 4-hour candle could flip bullish to continue driving up, right? So that's the 4-hour candle. Now let's go to the 1-hour real quick. So the 1-hour gets a bit interesting as well, because I think the 1-hour closed bearish here. Like a couple minutes ago, like about 10 minutes ago, it closed bearish back into the ranges here, right? So what this indicates is that, okay, cool. Well, there's a resistance formed around here on price. So let's go ahead and just circle this up. This is most recent, right? So obviously you're closing back into the range here, and any given point, since you're closing bearish back into the range, you could look to continue down on the 4-hour candle. Now, the 4-hour candle going back on the 4, again, there's barely any liquidity. And the only way for this next 4-hour candle to continue up is if this 4-hour candle pushes down first and then closes doji. But you don't have a lot of time left, and you have no news this hour as well. So we're really just relying on a COMEX open to push price here, right? But if you can come down, tap like 22, tap like 21 even, right? And then close doji at like 27, that would be amazing. We don't really know what's going to happen until 9. So there's a possibility that you may get a trade after 9 today. Maybe. But with the way the 1-hour looks here, a couple things could form this 1-hour candle. So first thing is that obviously since you're closing bearish, right, you could just be creating a top wick to continue down, So this can happen. You can literally just re-break the highs and then do this. If this were to happen, then there's a high chance that the daily won't continue up today and the daily will close back into the range. But if you do close back above on the 1 hour here and it forces the 4 hour candle to close doji, which is at 27, 28, 29 levels, then the next 4 hour candle has potentially a chance to drive up. Therefore, the daily will have a chance to drive up with the monthly and the weekly to start the week off, right? But if this is how it closes the way it is, then the next 4 hour candle will likely continue to push down after a top wick, and it will continue to push down towards 1916, which I don't mind because the range going down looks a lot clearer than the range going up. The only reason why like we wanted buys earlier was because if price were to flow with the top to create those top wicks today and to continue up for the weekly, it will make sense to drive out towards 31. But 31 is not a big range. From 25 to 31, it's like it's a $6 move, right? Whereas the sells coming down on a 4 hour candle, if you were to come down, it's gonna be at least like a minimum, depending where you get entries. If you get a top wick entry, then like maybe even like a 19, like a $14 move today, right? If you get an entry in these areas, then it's gonna be like a $7 move. But still, the range going down is a lot cleaner and a lot wider. So I would prefer sells over buys today, but I don't make that decision. The market does for me today, right? But yeah, like going down to small time from now with understanding the 1 hour what it has potential chance to do. Let's drop down to the 1530. So when it comes down to these time frames, it's kind of just like whatever. It's kind of just like whatever looks the cleanest to me. So I'll scroll through the 5. The 5, if it has a lot of ranges, I want something that's below more clear, which is the 15 in this case, 15 or 30, right? So I'll say the 15 has more detail because it's obviously more candles printed, but the 30 is a lot more structured. So in this case, I think I'll use the 15. Actually, yeah, I use the 15 to be honest. I use the 15. So in this case, there's some type of I want to mark up my zones, right? So obviously there's some type of resistance up I'll say right around here on price. So there's a resistance here. I'm going based off of this, right? And then there's obviously your most recent ranges, which is down here at 1922, right? So this is the range you're in. This is a range that we likely can't touch. We likely can't do anything in. It's obviously in the range right now, and just because it pushes down towards 22 here or pushes out towards 28 doesn't mean there's enough volume or enough direction for you yet. Now, if the 4 kind of were to close bearish though, right, and the next 4 kind of opens up, creates a top wick, breaks the highs, taps into 29, 30, I'll look for sells there, because then like if you're closing below his ranges here, right, and you do push up and you create top wicks, this is how the candle is gonna look. It's gonna look something like this, the next 1 hour candle, right? And as it looks like that, that'll be your liquidity 1, that'll be your top wick for the 4 hour candle, and that'll be your push to drive down towards 1914, 1915, because that's where you're targeting on the 4 hour candle. So there's a possibility, chat, we may not get trades until probably like 9 a.m, but that's fine, unless something really pops up here, which I highly doubt. But if this is how you close at 9, then things should pick up at 9:30 today, NYC open, and it should continue to move until like probably 10-11 today. So but yeah, like I'll say I'll wait for the 1 hour close possibly, and then I'll look for entries around 30 or 31 levels. All right, because even if you do drive up again, like looking left here, right, even if you do drive up today, looking left, the areas that you would close at, again, like I said earlier, it's going to be around 1930 levels, right? Because that's where you closed in the past. You closed here, right? You closed maybe here, right? But still, it's like every time you close above these ranges here, you're able to close, I'll say like around 30, 32, right? So if we get an entry at 30, 32, there's a high chance it's going to pull back at some given point before it continues to drive, right? It's going to create a bottom wick. It's going to create something for you to drive back up, so you can take advantage of those levels to the left there. So if we can get entries there today, I mean, that'd be perfect. I mean, there's a possibility you could get the top wick now during this 4 hour candle, because I would assume that even if you don't get a bottom wick towards 1922 during this 1 hour candle right now, or during this 4 hour candle right now, and you do close like bullish or doji here, right, the next 4 candles gotta create a bottom wick because it hasn't tapped into these ranges yet. And price gotta tap into these ranges to the left here, 22, which is where like your motion will be printed, your liquidity be printed at before it looks to drive up towards like your next targets here at 36, 38, right? That's where you're kind of looking at. That's where price will tap in the past before driving up. Like you're looking at this sort of, right? You're looking at like, I guess you're looking at like these bottom wicket areas, right? Like you're gonna see it tap into like 20, 22, 20, 21 areas before it looks to drive up to retest the highs at 28. So even if you don't form a bottom wick now, you gotta form it during the next 4 hour candle anyways. So sells at like 30 or 28, 29 would be perfect at any given point today. Because like if you do come down first though, you tap 22 and then you flip bullish, then it might be a problem because the next 4 candle may not pull back. It may just continue to pop. But if this is how it's looking right now and it's just pushing up during this 1 hour candle, then this is perfect. If you come up and you tap like 29, 30, I'll look for sells. All right, and that was a retest where we're kind of looking for it during Friday's market close or during Friday's markets because we want to sell entries again. All right, I'll say 28 is a pretty decent level for a topic chat, so I'll probably wait for a 28 to get tapped, and then once 28, 29 gets tapped, we'll look for sells there. All right, yeah, so we're not too far off. We're like maybe like $2.5 off, 24 pips off until we get that top wick area on price. Because the high dealt, this 4 candle will likely just flip and drive, right? Because obviously once you tap 28, this is where the 4 candle flips at. It's bullish, but a high dealt, it's going to drive because you only have 42 minutes left into the 4 hour candle. You got to pull back beforehand. So yeah, I will look for sells at 1928 points or 1929.015, right? That's where my sells will be at today. All right, chat, but that's the analysis. All right. And then we'll have runners. If we get entries there, we'll have runners until like maybe 1922 or even like 1916, but likely gonna be 1922 today. Nothing too crazy. All right. Could happen in 2 minutes. Yeah, it could happen in 2 minutes. So lock it in, chat, because you do have comics open and things should definitely pick up right now with the time. But you guys get the analysis though. It makes sense, right? If it doesn't, then I guess you got to rewatch it or something. But today's analysis is like mainly based off of the monthly and weekly. Like that's what today's and tomorrow's will be off of. How big our stop's gonna be though? Let's see. Chat's like, yo, Don, you better, you know, what is this? 50? Not enough. I'll put it. How big is this? What is that? The 4 hour highs? Yeah, this should be good up here. Yeah, it should be about right. 1942, 101. Let's see. We're still far away, chat. We're not like too close to creating a top wick. Like $40 off basically, or 4 pips off. If it drives from here, then it drives from here. I guess if it drives from here, then we gotta wait for the 4 hour close, right? Because the 4 hour count's not close bearish. But if it does create a top before the 4 hour closes, like in the next like 10-15 minutes, then we'll have trades before 9 a.m. But I wouldn't mind because like we're here until like probably 10-11 anyways today, right? So it's like it's gonna move eventually today. Yeah, lock it in. Yeah, it's comics open here. I don't think it's gonna. If it would have popped, I would have popped off by now. Unless this is the bottom wick before it pops off. That's fine as well. What was this again? Top wick was here. 1932. Also, depending on what the structure is, chat, like depending on what the structure is, because like if you were to, let's say, if you were to form structure on the way up, right? Because if price just pushes up on this 1 hour candle here, right? If it just pushes up like this, where you'll see one strong candle up and then just a pot one within one go, right? Sure, entries could just be 1930 29, right? But if you create structure going up, like if you create bottom wicks, you grab liquidity before dropping up, then we're gonna have to move the 29 sell sell level to basically 32, because the structure kind of shifts with price. So if this were to happen instead, like where you go like where this happens, right? So you close bullish here, all of a sudden you're doing something like this, you're creating lows right like this, then okay, we gotta move it. We gotta move it up towards 29, because the structure kind of shifts. You're kind of creating lower lows, lower highs, right? But the 4 candle will still be closing bearish. So you'll assume that if that were to happen, that you'd be breaking the 4 highs for 9 a.m., which is going to be above 30 towards 32 levels. And that's fine as well, because that's where price also created topics to the left in the past as well here, right? You're going to see the same topics at around 34, 32 levels. And I think that was our level on Friday. But yeah, man, like that's that also might change. So it might not be at 29 for the rest of the session. Things will change due to price, but your job is to adapt, right? So it's never like set on stone, like exactly those levels to a T. It will change during the streams, because I'm always reanalyzing. I'm always picking up more data, and I'm always just adjusting my my analysis. But yeah, man, that's it. $30-minute analysis, not too bad, right, chat? That was like around a 30 to, was that a 30-minute analysis? I think that was a 30-minute analysis. What time did I start that? 51, right? 51, 52. And then I went on for like 30, 40. That's mad long. 30-minute analysis just to catch 10 pips, man. Might be pushing up here too. You may get it. Wait, what's this mirror of? Let's see. You have this, and then you have this. $19.11. That's it, right? That's all the data we have. Yeah, that's 2016. Price was never that high. For 2020. Yeah, you need that bottom wick area. General question here: if you're saying the 931 for liquidity, but I already grabbed that there during London, how can you expect to tap it a second time? The thing is, it might not be that area. It might just tap the area and continue to drive up. I don't know, right? Because like any given point, like because that's where we're looking for sells at, right? But any given point, it can just tap and continue to drive. It might not even reject there, so that might not even be liquidity for us to drive down, right? But what I know is that the 4 count, if it closes bearish here, it's gonna close bearish below the range, and if you look left here, you're sort of just mirroring the same exact push to the left here. Whereas you had these counts coming down, obviously you closed bearish at resistance, you didn't have enough liquidity to drive down, so then you rebroke the highs, right? And then you drove, right? Which rebroke the highs around like 29, right? In this case, it'll be around 30, 31 areas. But then, you know, if you do tap that area, you have an advantage point, because I'm assuming that even if you don't continue to drive down again, you're gonna create a bottom wick at 28, or you're gonna create a bottom wick at like 27, because your resistance on price here is right here, right? So if you take a sell entry, let's say later on around like 31 or 30, right? Let's say just here for now, and like your TP's down here, even if price were to come down and tap 27, it's got this range to fill before it drives up. It's got to create a bottom wick on the next 4 candle anyway. So like you can take advantage of that 20 pip range. You can move stops to break even, close half there, because that's what we're looking to do. If we do get in a trade, we're looking to close half once you get to 28, 27 levels, because that's like a support, right? Because it might not even reject. Yeah, I might just create a bottom and continue to drive, for all I know. But off of what the daily shows, right? Daily shows that that's where you tapped in the past before continuing to drive down, because the last 3 daily counts have all closed respecting resistance, right? And if the weekly is creating a top wick, it makes sense to be here as well. Like, just go back on the analysis, because I explained like the weekly, daily, and the smaller time frame, and how like they all kind of line up, and why like I assumed that 31 would be a top wick area today. You had to look at every time for to understand what price is really doing, right? Not just like one time frame. Because like even like Friday, remember Friday chat when like everyone was saying, yo Don, you're tripping, man, there's no way it's gonna come back up to 29 to continue to push down, right? That's what it did, right? Came back up, broke the highs, and then continued to pop down on that day. Because I think it tapped during the London session, it came up to like 27, right? And then it rebroke the London session highs, and then it came down late in New York on Friday. That was the move we anticipated, right? So same thing can happen today as well. The high was made during London, same time, 3 a.m. You can re-break the highs. If you re-break the highs, it's going to be 20, 32, 31. And then your entries for sells will be around there for you to come down towards 22. The good thing is that like the further it comes up, the better it would be, because you have more ranges for sells coming down. You know what I mean? Like if you catch a sell from 32, you have like a 90 pip range coming down. Whereas you catch a sell from 27, you only have like a 50 pip range. So I would prefer if it comes up to 29, but it comes down to how this 4-hour closes and how the 9 a.m. candle prints on its way up. Because again, if it forms that structure, then it will tap 32. If it doesn't, then it will just tap 29 and reject to continue pushing down. So those things will matter. But this is good. You're right now, you're just rejecting. Like you've just been rejecting these areas to the left here. Right? You're gonna see like all these areas to the left have all tried to close above, and they all failed every time. Activated. What? How big is this pole? Man, chat, if we get a position at 32 today, honestly, we may have runners towards like 16. It's gonna be like a $17 move. Don't get FOMO over this push though. This is something I'll probably get FOMO over like probably like last year, the year before. But knowing what we know now, there's no reason to get a FOMO over this move. We know it's gonna pull back, right? Off the price. Well, probably shows that it should pull back. So like no reason to get a FOMO over this push down right now. It's not just gonna drive down towards 1915 right before the 9 a.m. at 8:30 here. It's gonna, you know, it's gotta grab liquidity first before driving down. Which also you could take advantage of the buys too, but I prefer taking sells unless the 4 candle states otherwise at 9. Because the buys are I mean, if the buys to like is the buys like you can take advantage of a $20 move or a 20 pip move from 25 to 27. Like you could take advantage of that push because that's the range you're in. So the chances of you tapping to 27 is very high, right? But I just prefer to sit out and wait for the 9 a.m. push or the actual 4-hour push today because I don't think that'll be the push. If I'm gonna choose a trade, I'd rather choose the one with the bigger range, right? Obviously, because I want runners. But yeah, it's been a chill like month so far. Let's see. But yeah, that's it. Forex is that's it for the Forex stream. I'm about to unmute Wix. I know we're about to just having no more Forex stream. The Forex stream ends here. What up, Wix?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Same shit, different.
Different. Chat, finish the sentence. Yes, no. You catch anything for Asian last night or not?
No, but I caught sells for London. I had an entry at 1929.7.
Why didn't you tell anybody?
I wasn't even supposed to be in the trade. I woke up at like 3:02.
Crush the eyes and you're like, yep.
I'm like,
this
I
is
wonder
about right.
if we reached 28, because no, I had 29.7 from 28.7 from the Asian session. I wonder if we reached it, and we were like 5-6 pips away from it when I woke up. And then as we started making the top wick, you had a 5 closed with no top wick, and
no, you had a 5 closed with no top wick.
Like
I had my eyes closed.
7.
Yeah, right here, right? Hold on, it was no, it was you got a position.
My entry was 1929.73.
Oh yeah, this is the 5.
See the 5 closing no top wick at the very top.
Yeah.
And then I had the very next candle as it started coming down. That was the top wick for the hourly. If you switch on the hourly, that was the top wick. So
yeah, because you had no like liquidity for driving up anyways. So you need to pull back at some given point.
So my entry was right there. And I closed as the hourly closed with no, at 4 a.m. It closed with no bottom wick there. So I closed at 31 pips.
It's not too bad. Good place.
Yeah. I mean, we waited all Asian for it. I don't know how I woke up middle of the night. I just woke up and I'm like, what time is it? 3? Let me just look at the chart. I look at the chart. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting up. Taking a position.
You know, as you hear this, Wix is taking your positions.
And that's called a W.
Yeah, he caught 7 in a row. Caught like 20 pips, right, on gold. 29.
Gold.
He caught like 27 or no, I think he caught a position from like 29 to 27. Right? Or is it 27, 25? Something like that. That was 20 pips though.
27 to 25. Yeah, we waited all the Asian for 29. You know what I mean? We didn't get it, but I told him, hey, it's valid for London. Like if you tap 29, you should be coming back down to grab liquidity, unless you came down and grabbed 15 or 20 first before that. But you didn't. You just continued up. So if you continued up, you were going to reject the 29 and come back down to 25, 20 area.
I think we may get a runner today though for sales. If we get an entry at 32 today, I honestly think we'll get a pretty decent runner today. Chat, do you guys see the amount of opportunities we have for runners nowadays though? It's like, it's crazy because compared to what we did last year, because last year our problem was that we didn't have any runners. Like last year I had like, well, I didn't have much, or even like this year for the most part, I didn't have much for the first half of the month. I had like maybe, or of the year, sorry, I had like 3 runners this year total, and one of them were in the last 2 weeks. So like our chance of getting runners nowadays with the wicket entries are very high compared to what they were when we had body closures and a closure above and a closure below and shit, right?
Yeah,
and that's
a really
amazing.
good question earlier while you're expecting to tap this area again here, right? First of all, you made a high, and you also have a wick here, so you have a range. You probably need to retest the highs before rejecting. That's what gold does. It creates highs and lows, fills the range that's here, and then it also tends to retest the lower high it made. It doesn't have to retest the actual very high, but it has to retest the area. And if it retests the area, then you can look for sells. And the thing is, if you grab liquidity here, you're expecting a drive down. If you only bottomed out here, then you're probably going to need to come up and grab more orders in order to finish the drive down. Are you going to come down? You don't know. You're going to see how you're going to behave in this area at 30 to see if you're going to come down. But if you do reject, then that's when you're looking to come further down because you grab more orders, and you should break this area now at 1924, 25.
Yeah,
you might end up driving straight up, so you got to see how you react in this area at 30.
You also gotta you pay attention to you see the current price range too, because like the smaller 515 matters here, because like because you know how sometimes, chat, you get like a direct rejection, like let's say like you had this wasn't formed yet, right? Like this looks something like this, and all of a sudden you have a bullish count coming up out of nowhere, right? If this were to happen off rip, then you would probably expect 29 to get rejected off of, but that 29 push may not be the push for the actual day, but you can still take advantage of it. So then you can take sells at 29 coming down to 24, and that's about it. No runners, right? But if you tap 32, right, I'm assuming you'll tap 32 by forming structure here, because like that's the only way it can happen. You see how we're forming like bottom wicks here, right? As these happens, that's when you can tell now, okay, well now you're likely to push up past the 29 level. You're gonna push up towards the 32 level instead of a 29 level, because you're forming like structure here now. You're forming like higher lows, lower lows, right? You'll see this form instead of just one candle, right? So there's a difference between this versus just like having one candle push up with no type of liquidity before coming up. But since you're closing like this on the 5 right now, right? No, like with a nice bottom wick, you're seeing structure formed here being built. You're likely gonna re-break the highs at 29. I'm not gonna look for sells at 29 likely. That was only earlier before. Like if this candle right here were to do it, this one candle, it was close, right? That candle were to do it, sure, because they would have rejected, and it would have rejected to come down towards 24, and that was the move. But this is it. That was the move that I was looking for. It just never tapped here. But now that you're forming lows here, you're gonna see it break the highs. You're gonna see like structure being formed towards 32, and that's how you can tell the difference between like where you're gonna reject at between 29 and 32. And that's why like on Friday or like I think Thursday, we kept moving. I think it was Thursday. We kept moving our level. We moved our Friday. We kept moving from like 26 to 29 to 32. You guys remember that day? And that's how that's why I based it off of. It's off of just like the smaller time frame structure being formed, because at least at a higher time frame. Like 29 could just reject and continue to drive down as well, but when you look at the smaller time frame, like chances are it's gonna re-break those highs, and it's gonna come into 32 today, which will stack.
Had a buy from 1917 and closed it at 1920. You know, I once had a buy from 1890 and I closed it at like 1892. Should have held.
Me too. Should have held.
I should have held.
Let's go back to
buy.
What's our lowest entry here ever?
Go to the monthly.
Bruh, our lowest entry here was probably, yeah, we took a buy here. Look, we took a buy at 1620. We should have held, right? Should have held.
1620?
Yeah, 1620. Should have held. Matter of fact, yeah, 1620.
Wow, you missed the move.
Missed the fucking move,
Can't
man.
believe you missed that move. Wow.
Damn, bruh. Missed the fucking move.
We could have held this to 2000.
Held. Fuck, yeah. L traders,
L
bro.
streamer. I'm unsubscribed.
Stupid ass trader.
This is bullshit.
Garbage ass trader.
Sucks.
Weak ass trader.
Word. Join the Asian session where we don't do none of that nonsense.
Bro. Like, that's why
we
you
hold from
that's why you trade for
1600s.
real.
Someone's like, still holding 1620. Damn. Missed the whole move, goddammit.
Could have passed 1,000 challenges by now.
Could pass your challenge, my challenge, your mama challenge, everybody challenge.
Would have brought MFF back as well. That's how good the trade would have been. It would have just brought right back. MFF would have been like, due to this trade, we're gonna return MFF.
Nah, I still got my running on MFF. That's why they closed.
Oh,
they don't want to pay.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Where's the coffee? Right here. Always gonna get coffee.
What's that, Friday's coffee?
Name stay on it? Yeah, this is like last Monday's coffee, I think. It's pretty good still. Just put it in the oven. I mean, put it in the microwave and then heat up a little bit.
The oven sounds.
The oven sounds better, right? Yeah.
Matter what, you know what? Sprinkle some caramel on it and get a torch. Right on top. Melt the fuck out that cup.
I grilled it over the weekend, actually.
You grilled?
Yo, Daniel Holder, bro. It's been like a week now. You're still saying the same sentence? You're still saying slipped in the hell? Who are you? Like, who are you fighting, man? What demons are you fighting? It's been a week now, bro. You can only be mad for so long. Yo, have you guys ever saw that video of that guy who was mad? Another guy across the country. So he drove 5 hours mad just to beat him up. Like, there's no way, bro. At some point during that ride, you gotta be like, at some point during that car ride towards that person, you gotta think about it for a second. Like, is it really worth me driving 5 hours to beat this? Like, you can't be mad for that long, bro.
I think that was Sean Lee when he drove out to meet Roger.
Damn. That's the route we're taking today. That was a funny photo, bro. I remember that photo.
I thought it was really funny too. The guy wakes up just slipping. Ah.
You guys watch a Sideman game? That was not funny.
You giving the ref a card? Why is he giving the ref a card?
He gave a yellow card. This guy pulled an Uno reverse though. He's like, nope. He's like, nope. That's funny.
You gonna give him a red? Did he give him a red right after that?
Nah, I think he let it slide. I think, right? He didn't give him the yellow no more. $19.32 1 2 3. Yeah, you can't get a red. It's charity matches. Speed was playing. Kaisen was playing. XQC was on there. KSI.
Oh, safe. That's a real match. Yo, you're out. I'm fucking throw the red card at him.
I didn't watch the full fight. Watch part of it though. How many pips do you appreciate for one day? I appreciate 1 pip, honestly. When it comes to appreciation, I just appreciate any pips I catch in a day. You know, some days I might catch more, sometimes I might catch less, but honestly, I'm grateful just for just 1 pip a day, man. 1 pip a day.
Call it soccer or football. I call it the motion. All I care about.
Do you appreciate the pips you lose? Of course. You see, chat, it got to a point in my trading career now where it's like, I don't know, some of you guys might be able to agree with me, but to me, or maybe Wix might understand, but to me, this is all practice. Like right now, whatever I'm doing, because like my trajectory of where I want to be in trading is like this. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, where my potential is.
You gotta practice.
So like during the meantime, like I could, here's how I look at it, right? Eventually I'm gonna swing. I know I'm gonna be a swing trader because I can't scalp for the rest of my life because I'm gonna be busy. I got things to do. I got things to take care of when I get older, right? I got more shit that's coming away. Now, if I can learn how to swing, right, during that time, I'll have less time on the charts. But the only way I could get there is by using the smaller time frame every day for the next whatever X amount of years until I get there. Because if I were to swing on a day, like look at the monthly, daily, and weekly only, it's gonna kind of be hard to collect all that data, right? But whatever I'm doing right now, from like the last 4 years plus the next X amount of years, is all gonna be off a small time frame like I've been doing, because I'm gonna use that data to my advantage when it comes to the higher time frame. When it comes to the point where I'm older later on, all the data I've been collecting on a smaller time frame, like the of what's been happening, how candles move, how candles print, this and that, right? I'm gonna be applying the same skills towards the higher time frame to scalp. I'm about to swing, right? But I can't do that on the higher time frame because it doesn't give me enough data. So it's easier for me to learn and process things on a small time frame. So like what I'm saying is like right now this is all practice. Like that's why like this is all relevant to me. Like I mean it's not relevant to me. Obviously like this is an amazing process, right? But it's like I'm planning to be way past where I am now in the next X amount of years, 10 years, 15 years in trading. And I understand that like this is nowhere near where I want to be. So like for me this is all just like practice, right? It's kind of just like I'm trying to collect as much data and forward tests as much as I can right now to actually get there. So imagine when we actually start going crazy in the next 15 years. Chat, when I'm like 45, bro, on streams, it's gonna hit different. 45, 50. You know? But no, yeah, I was talking to Rez about this during the weekend actually. I was talking to him about how like I like this is literally all just practice right now.
Supposed to be the franchise player, and we talking about practice.
We talking about practice. But yeah, that's where my mind's at. So that's when people ask me about like, oh Don, but how about this trade today? How about that trade yesterday? You should have done this better. You should have done that better. I'm telling you, I got years, right? I'm gonna be here for a very long. I'm not trying to make money and get to where I want to get to by next year. There's no rush for it, right? I'm taking my sweet time because that's just how I learn personally. So like whenever like a trade like Friday, that trade wouldn't have made me rich. Sure, you know, it came down a tap target, would have gave us like over 100 pips, but 100 pips, would that make me rich? Would that make a huge difference? Would I have hit the milli? Of course, but what's the difference between a 980k account to a milli anyways, right? If I'm not really like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get there eventually whenever the time comes, you know, this year, next year, whenever that is, but it's the skill that I've collected during that process that matters, right? And that's why I take away from those trades, not just the whatever amount of pips I catch. So I'm never worried about, you know, missing moves or should have done this better, should have done that better, because I know I'll be able to establish those things later on in my career eventually. If it's not today, it's gonna be next year. You know, if we're not making our stop smart this year, it's gonna be eventually later down the road. It will be like I'll get there when I get there. That's how kind of I see it.
You hit 100 pips. I ain't tripping.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be tripping either, man. I wouldn't be tripping either.
Pass a challenge or two.
What are you doing after you hit a milli? Will you set it? 200K? Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna see how much I can withdraw from Blueberry though. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm assuming it will be multiple transactions over over the months. Not trying to empty out their LP here.
Well, why not?
Empty out their LP, make my own LP. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. You ever thought about streaming anything else like video games? Oh yeah, I'm getting a simulation rig today, chat. I'm trying to get a sim rig at home where it moves, like the chair moves as well, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have space for that, man. And it costs a hefty price too. So I think I'm gonna start off just
a Civic.
It costs an actual Civic, yeah. So yeah. I think I'm just chill, got something chill for now, you know, work my way into the sim game, and then later on buy whatever, I add the motion platform to it. But I want to learn how to drift. Oh, I did my first power slide this weekend. Yeah, no, chat. That's what I want. I look. If I get this though, I'm gonna stream it for sure. I'm definitely gonna stream it. But this thing moves, like it moves.
Nah, you got to get the other one that's like in the air.
Yeah, the one that flies.
Did you see the one that just floats?
Hey, this one sim racing one. That's a funny video. I gotta show you this. There's one that flips you, I think. At that point, you might as well train to be an astronaut or something, bro.
Flips me. If I'm driving and all of a sudden I'm upside down, I don't think that's an experience I like to have.
Yo, you crash in the game, next you know, you're like, the thing flips. Damn, bro, why you gotta kill the mood for Miguel? Damn. Like,
well,
I got something to say.
Get together.
Yo, it's like that one guy at the family barbecue. You're having a good time, vibing out, chilling. Everyone's having a good time. And
you know how much cholesterol is in these ribs?
And then you're just like, the party pooper.
You're like, this sugar-free Sprite? This is diet? You know what? Bruh.
Nah, we're just trolling you, bro. That's not funny though. Imagine that way to rig. Yo, chat. Imagine you get a rig for trading, man. Bullish and bearish candles. You actually be flying. You could be jumping. Buy stopped here, and next thing you know, it just slings you. Yo, I got the runs and just ruined the barbecue. Have you ever seen the story of Q Banks? Yeah, I assume so. I know a lot about Q Banks. Well, that was my first mentor, so I'll say I know a decent amount. Come down to Vancouver. I've been there twice already. I love Vancouver.
Motion rig doing during drawdown is driving on gravel. It's bottoming out. During a drawdown, you have to go up on a ramp.
Okay, what? Huh? What are you guys talking about?
Trading in the rig instead of the game.
No, not you. Not you. I was reading our comment. Huh? It's what? All right, bro. I'm just gonna leave the convo here. Chat, you have 4 minutes left for a 4-hour closer. All right, guys. You would probably want this counter close bearish, to be honest.
What?
Yo, are you excited? Yo, don't you hit didn't you already hit 5 years trading this August?
Yes.
Congratulations, half a decade of trading. FX.
I hit 5 years on my first trade. My first trade, like the first trade, because I didn't open a trade when I just started trading, right? Like I learned about Forex, and it took me like. But my first day was September 6th. Was my first trade ever placed.
2018, right?
2018, yeah.
Well, my first trade was in place for a while, but I started learning in December 2018. My first trade was in place until like the next year afterwards, or the couple months afterwards.
I started learning in August and placed my first trade September 6th. Hey, that's my birthday.
Your birthday's in 7 days, 6 days.
My niece's birthday is the 6th. No, my birthday's in 5 days.
Oh, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Me too. Forgot to plug. Shameless Asian session plug tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Guys, we will look to continue our winning streak. We are on a 59 day. I don't know. We're on like, what's the winning streak? 10? I posted that message and Savage hit me up yesterday. Look, we're all on a 3-week winning streak. Like, yeah, boy. Wix, were you happy in banking? No, but the money was good. I wasn't happy. You know why I was doing banking? It was more to satisfy my parents. I was doing banking because I figured my parents couldn't really respect that. They used to see me like, they'd always see me in suit. They'd always see like my clients sending me like nice postcards and like thank you for making us money and all that. So yeah, I did banking mostly to please my parents. Do your parents look you like a salesman? No. No. Wicks with dreads in a suit? Yes. No, I didn't have dreads. When I used to do banking, I was bald. I had to hide the tattoos. I had to wear long sleeve button downs, and I had to shave. I had to be clean shaven. Can't have a beard. Couldn't have. It was like playing for the Yankees. You couldn't have a mustache. Couldn't have a beard. Had to be clean shaven. Like a lollipop Wix? No, like an army Wix. Like an army cut. Was your salary in a bank? I used to make 42,000 a year. I think that was my salary, and I used to like times and a half that in commissions on all the investments I used to sell. So I was making like between 100 to 130 a year. And this is going back, like it was good money because this is going back 15 years ago, right? This was before the financial crash of '08. Like this was actually right during it, 07, 08, 09. You caused it? No, I didn't do the subprime mortgages. That was like, I didn't do that. I did investments mostly. I did mutual funds, annuities, life insurance, stuff like that. Wix, the reason the crash happened. No, but I took a big hit when the crash happened. The reason I'm in Florida is because the crash happened. The trash happened. life insurance the best. I mean, yeah, there was plenty of people I wrote insurance policies for that commissions were great. But when 2008, 2009 happened, a lot of people took out their investments. So my commissions just dropped. You worked from the bank? I worked for the bank. Yes. You had the 4-hour close here, gang. Oh, I didn't even realize. Hold on. Did we close? 30 closed, no top wick. Computer's frozen. What the fuck? Oh, trading is frozen. 30 no top wick. The hourly closed with no top wick. This is good. 4-hour closed bearish. Only issue is the 4-hour has closed bearish, respecting a support. Let's see if we can get a steep top wick first. We can do that. Maybe we can have some positions at the break of the previous 4-hour high around 30, 31 areas. Funny because the manager that I used to work for, the manager of the bank, when the crash happened, he went to become a cop. He became a cop, the bank manager. June and Don learned trading together. No, we didn't learn trading together, but we've traded together for the last 3.5 years. So a lot of the concepts that we utilize right now, we've kind of optimized together, right? But we started completely separate of each other and took completely different routes. Similar, but different. You guys trade a little differently now? I mean, we look at the same things. We might have, that's just perspective, but we're looking for same things. Similar concepts. We're utilizing the similar concepts. He's got his perspective on the charts. I have mine. But boy, is it fucking really profitable for you guys when both him and I agree, which is a large number of time. Are you related to 6ix9ine? We share a 9.
No way, someone just asked that. Yo, this is a perfect 4-hour close, man. Or a perfect 4-hour opening, at least. Close and opening.
The 1 hour. The 1 hour. The issue that I was looking at as it respected the most recent 4-hour here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the overall, the close bearish and the hourly close with no top wick. So you're probably looking at a steep top wick here before we can take a sell.
Yeah, I got 32
previous 4
on the dot.
Oh, yeah, I have 31. I have 31.9.
If we can push up towards 32 with no bottom wick on the 4-hour candle, that'd be perfect. Because then before price continues to push up, because if you look left, like this is the range, right? Like this is your entire mirror if you're looking left. But for you to really continue up towards 38, 40, you're gonna need a bottom wick. So if this is how you look on the 4, chances are it's gonna create a bottom wick at some given point, right? It's gonna create a bottom wick before driving up, and it's gotta create a bottom wick for the 4, which is at around 26 levels. So then taking sales at 32, you have that advantage point, right? Because then you have whatever 32 to current price range is like, or for the bottom wick, it's like a nice minimum 50 pips. So like you have decent advantage points here in your favor. But I would just prefer if you have no bottom wick. If you do have a bottom wick first, then as long as it's not like a 1914 or something, then we should be good. Obviously, though, if price comes down at 1914, we'll look for potential buys. But I mean, I doubt it will move that much today, really, without a top wick on this 4. But yeah, like that 4 count did close respect and resistance. It was a very weak 4 close. But you never tapped 32 yet, or 1922 yet. Okay, you make it to 2 and 2. You're going like 35 pips away, really, and you're about to re-break the highs here. This count here should be able to drive once it breaks the highs towards like 1929, 1930. As you re-break the highs here, it should be the next like 25, 30 minutes here for a trade probably. Let's gotta be a bit patient here. It's clean. How long are you here until, bro? What are you counting today?
The underwater skydiving.
You might gotta cancel something else too, because you may
Nah, I
yeah,
quit
late
fencing.
push.
I never show up. Fencing is my past. Stop bringing up my past.
I'm a gut scalper and day trader. What to start when to start swinging? I copy your strategy. Can I look for the exact same setups? Yeah, I'm sure with time you'll eventually have the same setups as me. But you have to be locked into the streams for a real long time. You don't like being a good trader doesn't mean that you have to be like me though. You can be a better trader than me, way better than me, using my skills and using my tools that I provided you, and just using that towards your own strategy. But you shouldn't aim to be like me. Aim to be like yourself and just, if anything, surpass me, right? Like that's the whole purpose. Shouldn't aim to be like another trader or like your mentor in trading ever. Like a mentor is cool way to guide you, but you should always look to, you know, to take away from his the tools that he provided you and take it towards the next level. Find your own edge. Tried backtesting for 3 separate years, got 56% win rate each year. Was that good data? Well, it depends. What kind of trader are you? Are you a swinger? Are you like a very high RR trader, like a 1 to 5? Like what like, you know, because it doesn't matter what the win rate is really at the end of the day. It comes down to how you.
If your RR is massive, then you're good.
Yeah.
If you have small RR, you need to like step that up to like 80, 85. It's a very fine line, thin line that you're walking there. You gotta find a right balance, the perfect equilibrium for you between RR and win rate. I don't think you'll get there backtesting though. I think you'll get there by having, you know, skin in the game and money in the live markets. That because typically that 60% win rate is like 30 when it's real money.
$30 away.
We are almost there. We are almost there.
Yeah, remember on Friday when we were like, chat, we're only 110 pips away from getting our sell stop or our sells.
Boom, 110 pips.
And then chat was like, no way. No shot, Don.
Next thing you know, we're paying swap fees and shit.
Because we're even like, yo, chat, it's only 110 pips here. We're going to miss this push up. But we'll look for sells at the top of the range down. And we can get either. We got to break even on those. How did last month go? Last month was fantastic. We did whatever this is. We had 1 loss last month. 95% win rate. 19 wins, 7 break evens, 1 loss. We did 13%. Yeah, not 13%. Well, I did 13%.
%. What did you mean? You had 100 racks last month?
Yeah.
Nice.
Last month I did yeah, 93. Around 13%. Oh shit, almost there. Almost there, chat. Patience. This is nice too. 1 hour's no top wick. You have plenty of advantage levels there. $29, okay. 20 pips away, 25 pips away from the cells. You only 1 month to get rich off these guys? That's fast. That's fat money. That's the wrong mindset though, man. Do you really want to be... Actually, no, you're Justin Watch. You've been here for a long time. I know you're trolling. I was going to give you an answer, but you know you've been watching us for mad long now.
Damn, that's tough. First stream, 140 pip loss. That was a tough time to come in onto the stream, but
yeah, that was a tough time to watch the streams. Damn. How's the swing? The swing is set at break even right now, and that's about it. Cause I assume that if you hit break even, you're gonna like drive for a bit further up. No, I'll be able to get a better entry probably, but yeah. Hopefully the next swing I get will be called. Well, we did call it that day. We just didn't have a channel for swings yet. We called it on stream that day. That was gonna hold for the next couple months. Yeah, like if you do come to 1853 or 58 it was, I think. I'm assuming that you're gonna come on create a top wick. So my second entry should be around like 2000 or something, 1990. But yeah, I didn't I just had break even set. Man, there was a tweet on Twitter saying, would you move stocks to break even and make it a risk-free trade? And I was like, that line sounds familiar. I'm like, yo, there's no way they didn't watch our like clips here. Because every time I have a trade on stream, it's like I always say, all right, chat, I'm gonna move stocks to break even and make it as a risk-free trade. And they asked that question on Twitter, like, would you move stocks to break even and make it a risk-free trade? And the whole comment section was like, no, I would never. Because you know they said because the banks are watching them. They say, oh no, I would never, because once I move stocks to break even, the banks will hit my stops, and then they'll take me out before it goes in profit. I'm like, what the hell?
So, are you trying to say that no one has ever put those exact words in that exact order?
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, the whole comment,
sure
literally no one said, not one person, not one soul said, I will do it. Everyone was kind of like, it's either I close the trade off or I let it rock. I don't really move stocks break. I'm like, wow. I guess everyone trades different, right? But I'm like, damn. The banks really began them, huh? We got into their heads now too.
Management.
Well, yeah, I guess they're more of like just like, you know, a TP stop loss and that's it. Let it run 1 to 5 minimum, and then some are even like, I need a 1 to 6 minimum for moving my stocks to break even. I'm like,
yeah,
hey.
The market really cares about that one.
Oh shit, the record. The record is 1 win, 1 break even for the month.
L.
Oh wait, no, not 1 L, 1 break even.
Oh. Oh shit, I forgot. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with big bump.
What I'm planning to do in this trade chat is if we do get the sales coming down, if we get the sales at 31, I'm looking to probably close half at like 1927. 28, 27 at that support there, and then let the rest rock towards the target. But yeah, like that's what I'll do. Stops to break even might be a bit obviously before 27, if you get a wick entry especially, but the closing partial point would probably be 27, 28, to be honest. Oh, I didn't record Friday's trade here. Chat, what was Friday's trade? You guys know? Oh, wick entry, right? What deal is it? 9. Friday shows 9/8. 10 a.m. New York gold. That was. It was break. No, it was fake out on the 1. That's what we're looking at. It was a wick entry. It was break even. By the way, yo, chat, that trade on Friday, or no, that spreadsheet that we're working on is coming out very soon. We're like, we gotta change the interface of it, but it's Elvis and Badger putting in a lot of work, so it should be available for you guys soon. But unfortunately, it only you can only use it, like, you can't use it if you don't trade the devious style, just because it's made for me to trade. It's made for devious to trade, because the way we trade is like, it's pineapples, it's whatever, like it's gonna ask those questions, right? So if you're an outsider trading a different strategy, like it's gonna be a little hard to use. Like, you can still use it, but it's gonna be a little hard, and it's gonna be very detailed, chat. Like by the end of like 2-3 years, you should have a shit ton of data, depending on how many trades you take. But like, we're gonna know the win rate for everything we do. Like, what's the probability of you creating a top wick here? What's the probability of you rejecting here? Like, everything that we do from start to finish will have a number, and it will be very detailed. But it's only gonna work for obviously devious traders, right? With the way we trade. And we're gonna turn into a software one day too. It's like a devious ecosystem. The free course isn't detailed enough. I'll say it's pretty detailed. The free course. I say the free course is pretty detailed. But tune to the streams, because I actually explain those things on the streams, right? Here in the streams every day. Almost like shake it, Wix.
Like a Polaroid picture. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it.
Where's a free course? ControlFX.com. ControlFX.com. Go on the website. And you go on just learn for free, and then you learn for free here, and then you go through this. You don't need a login or anything. You just gotta, you know, you just read through
Learn for free.
Yeah, learn for free. Literally all free. And then there's like a little XP thing that as you go through the course, you know, it saves your process, your progress. Sorry. And yeah, just gotta click that's completed, and just continue to push. Yeah, it's just all text though. I mean, me personally, I can't learn like that. But I know people can. I was a visual guy, so if you're a visual guy, then that's why you have the streams. But if you can learn through reading and just remembering things, then sure.
I learned through doing. If I can't be the one doing it, it's very hard for me to just watch somebody.
Yeah.
Unless it's like movements, I got good motion memory.
That's boring. I don't know. I just can't sit. I'll fall asleep. Like even when I first started training chat, like I had to like while I was watching, like my first courses and stuff, I had to like take notes, or not take notes, but I had to like be on a chart at the same time and just whatever he says, I'll go to my current charts and just refer to it in a way so I can keep up. That's how I learn. I gotta learn through just hands-on. Because that's how it works, right? That's how it works in this field, at least. Like you have to know how to that might be a topic. You have to be able to like be kind of hands-on with it. You know, like you can learn all you want, read all the books you want about trading, but if you don't actually apply what you're learning, you're not gonna really progress at all. So you can sit here and watch me all day, right? But like watch me say the same things every day, but it might not really click until you actually try it yourself and go through the motions. What up, Caesar? What's going on? Yeah, it jumped up to 29, which is our first level, and this is where we would have taken sells if there wasn't structure being built. If there wasn't any of this form on its way up, like you see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, then I would have taken sells here. If it was just one candle like this, right? That 745 push, I think it was, then sure. But
structure.
But now that it has structure, it's gonna continue to drive past 29. It's gonna drive towards 31 here. $31 minimum. It might drive further up, but 31 will be the entry.
31, 31.
31.84, 31.9 ish. Anywhere in those zones there. We're close though. We're like 20 pips away, chat. Not that far off. The faster to push, the better, right?
This isn't your grandpa's 20 pips. That 2023 20 pips.
If it creates like structure from here where it comes down 27 and reflips, then we're gonna have to move 31 back up above like probably 34 here, probably at 34 33. So if this candle here does this here on this push, or on the next couple candles does this somehow, where it comes down, creates a bottom wicks at like 27, then since it's creating a structure, we're gonna then have to move it up towards 34. We'll move ourselves from 31 to 34, because that's where it'll reject the next. It's not gonna reject the 31. If it were to reject the 31 here, it'll continue to drive while pulling back. Right? So this matters too. Like the way accounts are printing here matters. This 5 is opened up obviously, so it's gonna create a bottom wick, but if it, as long as it doesn't tap into 27.8 here, we should be good to take sells at 31 still. If it breaks that, then 34.8 is your next sell zone instead, which is not bad too. That's still a pretty decent range. Gives you a nice like 30 advantage point.
This hourly never flips the next hourly bottom wick.
Yeah, even that. Or if the
Your
next
TP.
if the next 1 hour could create a top wick first, then you're just assuming a bottom wick then. Or even no top wick on one, right? That'd be fun.
You have a lot of chances to mitigate your risk here.
Mitigate.
Going to straight.
Yeah, this is very similar to what we took on Friday, chat. Man, saying that wick entry that we had like 2 weeks ago would have been surviving still. 390 pips. 360
You missed
pips.
the move.
360 pips. That's a pretty good entry. I'll say this entry here, if it runs, could be a good entry for the weekly as well. What time is it? So I said in the next 3 minutes, we should get potential trades. Not too bad. Let's see. NYC open here, so the volume should be able to come in. It should be around 32, 34 if we were to get a trade next. Damn.
Oh, damn.
I'm in the sell. You can take sells wherever you want, right? You guys can take positions however you want, wherever you want. I'm just going to be waiting for my setups, right? But just because I'm not in doesn't mean it's not valid, right? I have to also understand that. You should be taking your own positions. I'm here taking my own positions, right? This 30 minutes down close above, so it should continue to pop towards 31 here. NYC open here too, so if you can pop up no bottom wick, that would be amazing. Because if you do come down for a bottom wick here, chat, and it's 30, it's gonna come down towards 27. And if it comes down towards 27, then we're gonna have to wait for 34 to get tapped, and that's gonna be a bit longer, unless it's a heavy push, right? So you want to kind of just drive up here, tap 27, 31, so we can get an entry shortly. Because if this happens, then you're gonna see this kind of just drive up like this. If you come down towards 27, this is a push towards 34, 35ish. Which is, and the difference in that though is gonna be like 30 pips, which is not far off, but it's gonna be definitely another hour or so, or 30 minutes of waiting. If you do tap 31, we get an entry, and that 31 entry rejects and then closes back below 29 on the same 5 candle, then we might be able to get another stack position at 29 too to come down as it closes back in the range as well. Or even on the 1 hour flip, 4 hour flip. The idea is like you want the 4 candle to be bearish before the next close at 1 p.m., right? That's the idea. Just got a payout from MFF. Damn, bro. Nice. How's that? How's that possible? Where my payout at? Hold on, is that actually my number? Man, why'd you imagine? Only like maybe like, let's see, Wix, Yanez, Marcos, Circle. Only like those guys know my number. So if that number gets leaked, I know who to come after. Definitely Yanez. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, only like 4 people know my number. Oh no, and Calm, 5. Calm knows my number too. My personal number.
Bam.
Already got oh, bro, if I get my number, bro, I'm about to get spammed every day. Yo, Don, you looking for this 1-minute close here? Huh? Next minute. How about this one? The whole night. How about this one? How about this one? How about this one? How about this one?
Or you better not miss a stream. You're gonna have like 1,000 messages, 3,000 messages.
Imagine I don't wake up. Damn, I need to get some water here, man. I didn't get water earlier. Forgot. I've been drinking coffee. What's left over in here? Last Monday's water.
Right, and then what happened? What happened after that? Look at this drive down. So let's see if we can get a resistance formed here on the 15, and then we'll lock it in. All right, if we could hold that low, we can keep stops up here about 16, 17 pips. Just perfect. It would be the best trade of our life. The best. Did you just say full margin? Yeah. We need some more likes. Yeah, I think we may need some more low. We need a lot of like. Gang, if we can get up to 1,000 likes here in 9 minutes, that's going to be just perfect. We need it, gang. We need it. We need more likes. If everyone hit that like button, I think we get there in a flash of
Water's not too bad.
second. Oh, let me hit it. I didn't hit the like button today. There we go. 709. I'm 709. We need more trades. Oh, look at this. Volume coming in now, baby. Let's go. See? The market is reflecting the likes. As the likes go up, the volume's coming in. You guys really think down, but then pulled back to leave us a wick to fill. That's what we're expecting to see here today. A nice push down, which is good. Clears the way, right? Snow plows all the snow out of the way for us. And now if we can pull back here, let's see how the 5 is, right? If we can pull back now on the 5, leave us a wick for the 15, and hopefully we can use these stops up here at 1930. Reverse psychology. No more likes. No, I think if we all like the stream, we need 200 likes. So if you guys could like it, get it to 1,000, that'd be fantastic. I think we're going to get the best trade of our life here today. Good stuff, Andreas. I'm using my grandmother's money. Shout out to all the first responders. Never forget. Yeah, today is 9/11. Is a bit of a rough day here in the U.S. Sad day, right? Remembering back on that. But yeah. Never forget our great first responders and just mad innocent people, you know, that day. So prop firm news today. Yeah, there is. Lovely, man. So let's see the 5-minute pull back a bit here. As of right now, we have still about 20 pips if we use this as our stop loss. So let's see if we can pull back. That'd be just amazing. No stop loss, gang. Is this an onion play? Yes. This will be an onion play. Yep, this will be a 15-minute onion, 30-minute. Well, the 30-minute we're just counting. So if the 15's an onion, we're expecting the remainder of this 30-minute to move down, right? And that's what we're anticipating here. So you have a wick to fill here during times of volume, right? And then a support down here to tap back into. An onion play is just a resistance. So it's just a sell off of resistance, or it is a buy off of support. Awesome. Looking good. 3 minutes here. Lock it in, chat. Lock it in. Oh, shit.
I've been sitting here like clicking these emoji thingies above the chat, bro. Someone else is too.
All right, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Lock it in.
Can we pull back just a bit in this next 2 minutes? That would be lovely. Lovely. Stops are going to be kept above the highs here, right? 1930, 300-ish, right around there. Break even is going to be right around this wick fill, and then we're going to look to secure profits down to like 1924 off of this. That'll be the trade. It won't be market execution. It'll be a sell stop. Yeah, I'm not looking for the biggest top wick. Once we do get a top wick, I will be setting my order. Slipping. All right, 20 seconds. Enter on the break of the upcoming candle low. Yeah, I want to see the candle roll bearish real quick. Give us a low, give us a little bit of a top wick, and then we'll enter on the break of the lows. All right, here comes the open of the candle. Oh, 15 minutes. All right, so if we can come up and make a little bit of a top wick here, then sell stops will be activated. Give us a top wick. Don't do us like that.
Hey, Gold's gonna do what it wants to do.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So, yeah, no top wick here. Womp, womp, womp.
Hey, don't cry.
Top wicks are overrated. Yeah, wow. Yup, gave very little to no top wick. And now driving. Dig!
It's all good, y'all.
Just smile and watch it go. I know it's hard.
Make sure y'all are smiling.
Lovely. We expected the push, right? We expected the push. Right there would have been BE, closing partials, and yeah. Let's take a look at GJ here. GJ moving bearish as well. Just got to give it a giggle. Yeah. Yeah, all I was waiting for was a very, like, I needed to see something, right? I wasn't expecting anything crazy, but, you know, needed something. Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we needed a top wick to meet the plan, and that never happened.
I got it.
But what do you know? Again, 9:15 bringing the heavy move in here. Right? Note that, gang. 9:15 been bringing the heavy move almost every single day. Right? And it hasn't really been the 9:30 to 9:45 one. It's been that 9:45, right, to 10. Oh, I'm smiling. My eyes are watering.
EP coming in hot.
Yep. There it is. Yep. That would have been partials and
OTP.
moving down. Yep. Bro missed the sells. Damn, sucks for you. That sucks for you. I didn't miss them because it didn't give me my top wick. So if it doesn't give me my top wick, then I wouldn't have entered here anyway. Therefore, it wasn't my trade. Therefore, you know, it's not my sell to miss. Right? I knew that would happen, but I'm more focused on the long-term process of being a professional trader. And the move doesn't matter to me. It's the playbook that matters, right? It's making sure everything lines up with my plan. That's how you stick in the game long-term, right? That's how you stick around for decades.
Yep. And trades like buses, right? There's another one coming. Be
Yeah.
patient for it.
I just won 3 trades at once. Let's go. Nice.
I don't think I would have forgotten anything.
I didn't. No. I mentioned once the candle closed, I'll be waiting for a top wick, and then set the sell stop. Right. That's what I said. Right. And I said I didn't need much of a top wick, but I needed something. Discipline muscle gets stronger, right? Especially when you see the move happen in like 3 minutes. Then that's when your discipline muscle gets really strong. MT5 didn't have a top wick. Yeah, nothing. And that's what I was watching, right? All I wanted to see is this candle flip green. That was it. But we didn't get it. Put a small sample size on the new candle, like a 5 lot. No, because it just breaks my plan.
Well, now you guys can't blame me for missing the move,
so
right?
yeah, I can catch the move and make some money
the
here, and awesome. But
Toronto.
like, I don't want to break my plan.
You weren't gonna be in there anyway.
I don't think so. I don't think I would have been there anyways. 31, 32, 34. I was looking
Maybe
for
the
that.
flip of the 4 hour, the flip of the hourly.
Yeah. But still, we weren't there for like the last 10. Oh well. It should pull back again towards 29, 28. If it truly wants to drive down to fill like 1916 today, it's gotta come up a little further up here. But this pullback is good for us to come down towards 24, like 24, 20, 23. I just don't know if it's gonna continue to drive now, because I expected a steeper push. Maybe the next 30 chat, maybe the 30 and 7 minutes or the 1 hour close. Essentially.
Beautiful. Drive, man.
That sucked, man. Imagine we were about to enter a position though, like really about to enter position, and then just boom.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was like, yo, where's my? Why did the power turn off? Someone was saying like I kicked it's because I kicked my power outlet, but no, I just I put my head down for a second, and then just next thing you know, just boom. Birds got me today, bro. Oh, there's the pullback. Okay. Can you push up a little further? The thing is, like, I'll prefer if you can close bearish in the 1 hour and what do you call it? 1 hour and the 30, you know, or close no top wick. If it closes bullish above 28, 29, then we're gonna have to wait for 34 to get tapped instead. Which is not bad, because then it gives us another chance to enter. But you know, it's either one, you close bearish on the 1 hour here, next count breaks the highs, and then 31s are entry, or two, we close bullish and then 34 is our entry. But I don't think you actually have FOMO over this push though. There's really nothing to get FOMO over here. It's only 500 pips, right, chat? only 500 pips, right?
I mean, they just got 17 off of 9.
What?
Today is 11th September, Don. We have only taken one trade. Yeah, but that one trade made up for the whole month, basically. That's how it be some months, man. Some months I have more trades, some months I have less. The month's not done yet, too, right? We could get a trade for our next, like 2 trades a day for our next 15, 20 days, for all I know.
I mean, what do you expect? The trade every day? I was moving all of last week.
I think he just expects volume because it's 9/11.
Don,
Yo.
are you back on YouTube? Because it's still saying stream coming soon.
Yeah, got another link, isn't it?
It's a new YouTube stream.
Oh, let me delete the old one then.
Yeah, I put it in the Zoom chat for you.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
I don't know if I would hit that link if I were you.
No, not really.
Nah, yeah.
With the notable hacker here on stream with us.
Hey, chat. Yeah, let's get
Can's
this.
last name is anonymous.
How many likes do we have the last stream? The one that ended. 644, chat. Let's get to 1,000 likes here, can we?
Thank you.
At least
1,000 likes.
360.
Hey, who's Mike?
That's like a.
Ask, I think.
What's Lewis?
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
Damn, everyone's here in his chat today. 40 people in a Zoom call. Damn, we're popping off. Where's Janez?
He went to sleep.
I went to sleep.
Hour ago.
Like an hour ago.
He went to sleep? Man, this guy's 7-0, going to
I
bed.
don't know. You see how Jeanette gets off the stream and the power goes out?
Janez is moving
Something
different now,
fishy
chat.
going on.
Janez is moving different now. See?
Caught his pips, now he can
Fishy
sleep well.
going on.
He caught all those pips now. He can do whatever he wants, huh?
Shutting off
And
people's
then
power.
our stream turns off. Like, we need to start questioning things, you know?
Better
Yes,
call that.
science.
That's the next one.
Oh yeah, this is the
Yeah,
next
Mr.
one.
White.
I started watching Breaking Bad
Again,
Which
or just
episode
for
are
the
you on?
first time?
the first time. I've been lacking for months. I you know me, I can't watch a show, right? But I actually like the show, so I think I can lock it in.
It
I
gets
watched
better
that
and
show
better
when-
and better.
I'm on like
Mhm.
episode like 3, 4, or
I
2.
think I watched it when you were in elementary school.
I was supposed to watch it when I was in elementary school, actually, or when in high school, but I just never did.
Snowfall is a good one too.
Which?
Snowfall.
Snowfall.
Starts a little bit slow, but picks up.
My account's Breaking Bad.
My account is Breaking Bad. Damn. That is crazy.
You better call Don then.
Here, I know who you guys can call.
Kinda.
Where is it? See, I should call these two dudes.
I swear it wasn't my idea, chat.
Man, you made that thumbnail and you haven't even seen the show?
I've seen the first episode like 4 times, and that was enough for me to understand what was going on.
Those guys are like the
Seen the
greatest
first
duo
episode
than
4
Shaq
times?
and Kobe.
Hard to get past that first one, isn't it?
Oh, now I'm excited to watch it.
That was like season 6 in that picture.
Really? Wasn't that season 2?
Catching up to that picture?
No, season 1,
pictures
first episode.
from no.
Or maybe I was.
That was very standing.
First episode is actually dope. I think it was one of the best beginnings to any show.
Yo, chat. Yo, you guys know.
Watch it again.
You know.
That's got to be the next one. Come on.
You know how every show starts with a pilot? Like a lot of shows says pilot episode 1. So for the longest time in my life since I watched shows, every time I went to a new show, I was like, yo, I watched this already. I watched pilot like 5 times already. Yo, I swear. So I never watched the show. I don't know how you're in trade, bro.
For the label, so they give you an approval or they deny you. That's what the pilot is for.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro.
For the executives to say, hey, we like the show, we're keeping it, or we're not gonna go on with this nonsense. But apparently in Breaking Bad's case, they were like, we love this nonsense. We're keeping this shit.
This is the best nonsense out there.
You know that guy Aaron Paul? Like he got to Hollywood through The Price is Right.
No way. Like, was he saying like $1, Bob?
Yeah. Like he won The Price is Right, and then like somebody seen him and stuff like that, and he just became like a Hollywood person.
Yeah, you see him running up with he's got like a red shirt and glasses on.
Wasn't he in like Need for Speed now too?
Afterwards, yeah. Afterwards, he got a whole bunch of gigs.
Yeah.
Is anyone else a little suspicious if his power went out again?
It's about to.
Don doesn't get margin calls, his power just goes out.
Doesn't let him. Wix, how are you? I'm good.
Get a shotgun for
good.
Out the window.
Tony 2-time.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go get the paper.
See the one dude's arguing with his girl. He's like, "Oh, you mad man?" She's like, "Yo, that's so stupid. Nobody says that." He's like, "Yeah, cause you mad man." She's like, "Well, fuck you." Shut the fuck up. Is that better? I was like, "Yo." He's like, "But you ain't mad. Like, if you told me, I knew he was mad. I didn't know you was mad." I was like, what? It's like, the fuck is mad? We need to cook, Jesse. My favorite part was where he goes, "I am the one who knocks."
And blows everything up.
I think he was talking to his wife. He's like, "Who do you think I am?" She's like, "Maybe you need to get out of this." She's like, somebody knocks on the door and you open the door and somebody gets shot. He's like, "I am the one who knocks on that door."
Man, his character change throughout that whole show was insane.
You don't kill me. I'm the one who knocks.
What was that crazy drug dealer one? That crazy drug dealer guy, he goes and blows up his... Yeah, Tuco. Yeah, that guy's nuts. Oh man, he was an awesome character.
Have you seen the edit with Tuco and Thanos? Where he's like, Thanos is like trying to gather all the stones, and Tuco just crushes one of them up and snorts it.
No. I gotta see that. I'm looking it up. There's no way.
Yo, it was funny. I like the drug dealer. What's the name? The Los Pollos Hermanos. The fucking what's his name? Gus.
Gus Fring.
Gus Fring. Yeah, he's cool. I like when he blew him up. The dude walks out of the nursing home room.
That was actually like a.
He looks and it's like all skeleton on the other side. He's like, boom.
That was like an identical scene that they took from an older, I think, Mexican-made drug show.
No, that was really cool. I like that. It was funny, but it was like a lot of drama in that shit where his girl OD'd and then when all that shit. Crazy. Anybody see El Camino?
Yeah, El Camino was sick.
El Camino was pretty good. Like that.
It was good because like they couldn't just leave Jesse that way.
Funny Don did. Don's outside right now, stomping on the pigeon. Fuck. Fuck.
Got like a broom poking up at the lines.
Don's outside, got the pigeon in a headlock. Tell all your friends not to fucking fly through this neighborhood no more. Just in a fucking headlock with the pigeon. That's what happens.
New thumbnail.
He's gonna come back here like an Indian with a feather in his head. I told him. Yo, if them Beamer tires got fucking feathers on them right now, calling the police.
Oh man.
Oh man. Don's over there torturing the pigeon, got him strapped to like a little fucking the wings to the sides.
Man,
who sent you? Who sent you?
Plucking one feather at a time.
Just fucking flicking him. Who sent you? Yeah, where he at, yo? I'm telling you, he's fucking doing some shit with the pigeons right now.
Yeah, he's got him in a headlock. 100% a headlock.
He gonna come back here with a strapped pigeon right now, like looking like
on his shoulder. A mascot
holding a pigeon's head. Ah,
careful, Mike
Put him on a
Tyson
little
might come after
toothpick.
you.
Oh my gosh, this Tuco edit. That's freaking hilarious. Tight. Blue, green, yellow, pink doesn't give. Actually, so good.
We're Don air frying the pigeon right now.
Pigeon blood on his forehead. He's doing some sort of ritual.
Bit of seasoning.
Look what you made me do! I missed my entry. Yeah, we never came back up here. It's a perfect time for a Wordle.
It's because only 300 likes. Chat's lagging.
Mm-hmm.
Big fans.
We weren't going to take a trade until there's 1,000 likes anyway.
Yeah, at least 1,000. There it goes.
Wigs, have you seen Dexter?
Only 700 more.
It's an old show, yeah. Back in the day, like 20 years ago, I used to watch Dexter.
Dexter is a good show.
Still a good show. I'd rewatch that.
Wigs.
No. Quantum woke up and chose violence. Wordle sucks.
He's just bad at it.
Yeah, I
Dexter's
fucking
laboratory.
Wix, if you're reading this, congrats on reaching 17k subs. 17k?
That's a damn cap.
Hey,
That's a lie.
17. Yeah,
That's a damn lie. We ain't nowhere near 17k.
You missed the zero off.
Trying to look it up now.
I'm pretty sure I see that the other day.
16.1.
Oh.
I know for a fact we ain't nowhere near that because we were at 16.1 this morning.
Premature celebration.
How many pigeons is he killing? At least 2.
He's trying to send a message to those pigeons.
I don't think he's killing them. I think, yeah, he's sending a message. He's definitely torturing one of them.
He's like, you go tell your friends that this what happens.
There is a pigeon somewhere in the 6 missing a wing right now.
He's only flying around in circles.
Probably making a fucking a clap back fucking rap right now. Get pips or die trying.
I'd buy that album.
Get pips or fly trying.
There you go.
Can you imagine strapping a pigeon to the front of your car? Just fucking... just taping them down. This
I actually hit like a pigeon once driving on my way to the golf course. And like this
Hold on, I'm gonna record this motherfucker.
And this and
You
this
did
girl,
what?
I accidentally it was somebody threw a bagel. Somebody threw a bagel on the road. It was right across like a coffee shop, and somebody threw a bagel on the road. And I was driving, and the bird tried to get the bagel, and then I smoked the seagull or pigeon,
You went for
whatever
the
it was.
bird. I know it. You went right
Bro,
after it.
I hit
You're
it,
like-
and like this girl driving beside me just started yelling at me. She's like, "You hit a bird!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I look in my rear view, and I'm like, "The bird's dead. It's all smashed up." And I call my wife, and I'm like, "Yo, I just hit a bird." She's like, "What?" I hit a bird with my car. She's like, "That's probably gonna be the only birdie you get, anyways." And I'm like, "Okay, divorce." Divorce.
I hit a deer once.
How did that go down?
Mess your car up.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I used to have a house in the Poconos. We were coming back like after a long weekend partying, and I had a packed car. I had 5 people, and I used to have a Nissan Maxima. This is going back like a long time ago. I had a 95 Maxima, and we fucking came around the turn, and I seen eyes in the middle of the fucking forest, and as soon as my headlights hit those eyes, this shit started jetting right at them. So I just see these 2 eyes flying through the forest onto the street. I slam my brakes, but we're going down a hill. So I slam my brakes. I got a packed car, 5 people, and we slid for like 20 feet. And the deer was a baby deer. He ran out in the road and just stood there and watched till he got fucking popped. And yeah, I hit him dead on. He did like 15 backflips, fucking landed, looked at me, and ran away.
Oh, he survived.
Oh, he survived.
Yeah, I fucking hit.
Did your car survive?
Flip, landed, and here's the thing: I got a packed car, and they're all watching this shit high as hell, and they're dying laughing. The entire car, everyone that's in my car is dying laughing, and I don't know whether to laugh or to cry because I realized the shit was funny as hell. But I know as soon as I step outside and look at my bumper, it ain't gonna be funny. So I walked outside and they're all laughing, and I fucking start cursing at this deer. I throw shit at it, and I look at my hood, and the thing is, my bumper was fine, but my hood went like this, bent up. So I had to drive for 3 hours like fucking Jim Carrey and fucking, you know, Ace Ventura pet detective just staring out the fucking window. I got back in the car. They're all dying laughing. I was pissed for 3 hours. You're gonna be all right. Just reverse into one, and you're gonna even it out. Fuckers.
I hit a cat once. Killed the fucker.
Same. I felt so bad.
How don't they have 9 lives?
I've done loads. Badgers, cats. You don't even have badgers over there, I don't think, do you?
Oh, Valentino does not like that.
They're not good.
You killed the cat?
Yeah, I was driving so fucking slow too. Like I was going probably like 25 on the street, and I see it sitting on the like right beside the curb, and it goes to hop in the garden right beside, and then something in the garden spooked it, and it tried to double back across the street, and yeah, ran over it.
I was doing like 120, and it just come straight out of a bush, and it was too late to do anything. Straight through the bumper. Done.
I love the English. I like killed the fucker in it.
I did go back and see what it was because I weren't sure, and it was a cat. I was like, oh no, that can stay there.
Let's get this 15 no bottom wick. 15 no bottom wick.
Yeah, I'm looking for potential buys here at like 20. It'll be a 2021 areas like in these ranges there.
15 no bottom wick. Next 15.
I believe like this whole move here, in order for it to really drive down towards like, cause like you're in this range, right? And like if you really drive down to the bottom of the range at 13, I don't think this will be it, because you need more liquidity in that. You need to tap into 34 here right now. That'll likely be tomorrow. but at this rate. But if
I was looking
we
in
would
these areas.
expect us to come back up, create a top wick, I would assume that we can probably take buys around like 19, 20, or even like 16 towards, like, you have this range, you have whatever this advantage point is, right? So like, you know, you have this to catch, and if you get runners, then you get runners towards 34, right? So it's like 100, and it's like a $15 move. But I wouldn't believe that'll be it though, because if you really wanted to drive down, you would have grabbed up here at 34 by now. But I believe that'll happen tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna happen today. You're gonna see this 4 count just hovering in this range here, or maybe even late session, and Asian session might come up to 34 even. But tomorrow NY, if it doesn't come at 34, you have no news tomorrow, that'll be perfect for ourselves tomorrow. We get runners, but we can get the buys up. That's the thing. We can get the buys up towards 34, or even towards 27. It doesn't have to be 34 exactly. But yeah, like I'm looking at that
pigeon out?
Hmm?
Did you stomp the pigeon out? Why'd you disappear for so long?
Yeah, I had to fix it. I had to fix it up.
Chat thought you went out looking for that pigeon. Put him in a headlock or something. Don't you ever come back here. Noogie, noogie, noogie. give the pigeon a wedgie. Leave.
Yo.
Oh, alert hit.
Who's alert?
What was that sound?
Someone's trading view
alert.
Someone got alerted the candle flip.
It's Husky. He's like, nah.
No, that one was me.
Yeah, break even. Shit, break even? That's what it was?
Yeah.
I knew it. Because he took an entry there, right? Earlier on the 1 hour. And then it just tapped it again. Break even hit.
Not the noogie.
Let's see. Yo, chat, unless we magically tap 34 here on this, like, within this 1 hour candle, which it's a long shot, but there's still a possibility. Friday we moved like 10, 11 as well, right? I think on Friday we moved at like, yeah, like 10, 30, 11 was our actual push. So